Hello, Mandy. How are you?
Well, hello, hello.
Hello,
We're
chat.
here.
Thank y'all for waiting. It was a little, it was a little bit of a start again, but thank y'all for waiting.
It
How
was
is
just a tiny glitch.
it? Yes. Call Tammy.
It's okay. It's your second live, It's gonna be great. We get all the oopsies out of the way now, so everything else is smooth sailing.
That's it.
See?
How many do we
Hi,
have?
chat.
How everybody? Everybody waiting patiently?
Chat has been so supportive and positive in the I've been watching chat, so you guys are awesome over there. I love reading the positive comments and encouragement. I saw somebody said that they were so excited that you started a true crime channel because they knew you were going to do a great job.
Oh, I wasn't able to read the chats when I was coming in. I was trying to fumble through through everything else. So I was trying to go through my notes about what we wanted to discuss about summer, but I thought we would say hi to everybody in the chat. Wolfie, hi Wolfie, my friend, Brown Eyes Girl, Mimi Jean, hope I said that right. Miss Sweet Eve is here. She's in the house. Miss Smith. Hello, Miss Smith. Could Miss Smith tell us some stories? Who else is in? Oh, I'm too honest for this. Hi. There's Southern Soul Tarot. There's my friend Megan. Hi, Claudia. How are you? I think I'm hitting everybody so far.
Eve is the one who said it. She said, I just love Tammy. I'm glad she started a true crime channel. She is going to be great at it.
Thank you, Eve. Thank you. Once I get past because I haven't been live on my other channel in a really long time, so I, I forgot, just about how tough it is to go live and get everything together, and so
It is. There's a lot to gather, and it's always nerve-wracking anyway. It's like you get
it is.
butterflies and it's just like, oh my goodness.
It is. It is. It's not as nerve wracking unless you're doing it, and then it when you're one up here, it gets a lot more nervous.
I can't tell you how many times I have gone live and when I don't know why it does it, like you can't change it, but when you play a video, like when you played the countdown, it automatically mutes our mics. And so I'll try to talk and I'm muted. Or I've had my microphone off and I hit go live and I'm so nervous and anxious and I start talking and I'm like, dang it, I forgot to turn my microphone back on.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I know
so I
that's
talked to myself for a while.
got Cher backstage. Hello.
Hi, Cher.
Hi, ladies.
You
Mark
made.
will be here shortly. I found you, yes.
I don't know why I'm hard to find. Why do you think that is?
You know what? It's not just you. I'm not sure what's going on, but I don't know if it's because you've changed the name, so it's taking a while. But I mean, I'm subscribed and notifications. Yeah, I don't know. It just does that to me sometimes.
Yeah.
I think what it is when I search the Barnes and Noble, even though I changed the Noble, it
Yeah.
still it says, like it pulls up the correction and says, "Did you mean?" And
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, I didn't mean. I put the K there, okay?"
See, I just searched by Tammy Barnes and it'll pop up her new, excuse me, new name.
Oh,
I'm at
okay.
work.
Oh, yeah, because
Getting
that's the handle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if I
Yeah.
searched him, it'll still pop up. But for some reason, nothing was popping up when I was searching you. So I was like, okay, well, I'm a managing mod, so nobody could have blocked me. You know what I mean? But anyways, no,
Right.
weird things happen. It's
Yeah.
YouTube.
Hi, Chrissy.
Right. Well,
How are
right,
you?
Wolfie.
And Red Wave, you came in also.
Let's see if I can see the chat.
and hi, Eve, and hi, Claudia. I saw you saying, hi, brown eyed girls.
There's 2 or like 3 brown-eyed girls. I always get them confused. There's my honey. Hi, Eve. Mrs. Smith. I'm too honest for this. That's a cute name. Claudia.
It is
Okay.
cute.
I'm going to listen to you ladies so that I can get my work done and go home and join in more. But I'm just going to mute while I listen unless you have a question for me, and I'll unmute whatever.
But when you hear that, a lot of this is probably going to be just, you've heard this over and over and over. I don't know how many times, Cher, but
That's okay. We don't, we forget things.
Oh,
It's
Cher.
always good to listen back.
yeah. And there's maybe people, that have not heard Summer's story or got,
Right.
deep
New
into,
people all the time joining in. Yep.
yeah. So I definitely want to keep her out there in the, people's minds and stuff so they remember her. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go right back to the beginning, and I'm going to replay through all of my lives with everybody. But I think I might go backwards to forward because a lot of people have been asking me, where's my Dudley interview? Did I delete it? I did not. So I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, anyways. Sorry.
Cher, guess what I found?
Tell me.
I was going through some of my older screen recordings and some of the videos that I've uploaded so that we could. Tammy was looking for specific things, and I was like, I got all those. I did Summer Wells' case in chronological order. I got you.
Yep.
But I found a screen recording of when you went live, you and Mark were live, and you were playing when you had the phone call with Don and Candace, and when Don was saying he needed your dad. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I'm making a video out of it right now. So
Good.
you can
We have a lot of stuff
reference
there.
it. I mean, it's just a short, like you were playing it and you were like, why do you need my dad, Don?
Because he was the only one that could help him now, is what he said. Yep.
Yeah.
And when Candace said that she was effing awesome, and you can hear all that in the
Yes.
background too.
How are you
and,
guys
yep,
doing now? We're fucking awesome. Now we can
Yep.
be together and love each other and grow together. And it's like, what? You have 0 of your 10 kids. How is that okay and awesome? But yeah,
Yeah.
ridiculous. I'm
Well,
glad you found all
the
that.
video's almost done, so hopefully I'll have it up tomorrow is my goal, but we'll see.
Awesome, awesome. Sunday night, I'd like to have you guys on my channel because I'm calling it the halfway house, the common area, whatever you want to call it. But I have, I think, what's fair questions for both Proudfoot's and Rogers' sides. Kind of stripping it all back pretty bare. I want people to feel comfortable that, if you're not Team Proudfoot or, Team Rogers, that's okay because you should really just be Team Sebastian. But I want people to have a safe place, comfortable place where they can bring it and not get attacked by any of us creators.
Right.
And just bring the questions because you and Justin will know the answers a whole lot more. Because, I just, and I don't know where to find it. So yeah, I have questions for everybody on all sides, and I think it'll just be interesting.
The StreamYard link, Prairie Boy, is that what you're asking for?
Yeah, I might have sent the wrong one because one of the links you sent me,
It was
it
the
said
other
the
one.
live was over. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. See, I'm telling you. So I'm like, no, that's not the right one. So I had to go back and send the other one. But so the second
Yeah.
one I sent you was the right one. I made sure.
The second one was right. The first one, I clicked on it and I was like, no, I'm backstage. And then I looked at the screen and it said live ended. And I was like, this is the wrong live.
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't just me. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I saw.
Okay, so your first show went really, really good. So proud of it. And how many subs are we at? I know you don't care, but I'm just curious. I like to watch the numbers.
178.
There we go.
Woo! Nice. But remember, it's the views that count. But you know what? Just to hell with the numbers in any which way. Just keep doing your thing, and the numbers will be there.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to remember that. I got to
Yep.
remember.
Don't let. I know that it's in all of us, and you know, it's like a freaking competition. We're all kids at heart, and we want those numbers to go up, and they will. But you know, out of sight, out of mind. Just don't even worry about the numbers. Your subs are always going to fluctuate. Your views will be up and down because YouTube's ridiculous, but you're getting the views, and that's what matters. And yeah, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, it's so awesome!" People were coming to me saying that they love hearing your voice so much more now, and super proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think I'll get better up here. I just got to get more lives under my belt. I think I'll feel better, you know.
Yeah, you got this.
Then I got to learn how to do other stuff too, which Mandy's helping me with tonight. This is Mandy's video. So if y'all want to see the full video instead of it being chopped up like we're going to do tonight, you can.
Mandy, have you thought about doing like a channel to help beginner streamers or
Right.
YouTubers? No, I know it sounds funny, but like I'm serious because I started streaming because of you. You and I and Mark have helped Tammy, but like you are, I think that'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
You made it
I
so
don't know.
easy for me to understand in another country, and I had it like the next day because you made it easy to understand how to do.
Yeah, she did. I
I
mean,
could,
yeah.
I could probably do a live and do like a Q&A for beginners or something, you know? I don't know. I guess I'm not very good at like walking through beginning to end because I still mess things up or forget things myself.
Yeah.
But like I can answer the questions, and if I'm not for sure, then I can go walk through it myself and figure it out to where I can share it with others. So yeah, maybe a live Q&A sometime, because I know Lady Freedom's Raw Narratives, you know, she's just kind of getting her channel going too, and she was having some issues with her mods and how to mod and stuff like that, and I
Yeah.
was trying to help her through that.
Yeah,
So
it's a lot. I mean, it's more than you think it is. No, it's just
mhm.
getting up here and
Is Mark, did you drop Mark a new link? I can try.
yeah. Do you want
I
me to
can
send?
text it.
Okay.
Can you text him? I'm at work on my phone.
Yeah, I can
Okay, I'm
text.
gonna start mopping, so I'm gonna stick you in my pocket so I can hear you, and I'm gonna mute so I don't you don't hear like a bunch of stuff.
She's gonna pocket us.
Yep, Mark just texted. Send me the link, goofball.
All right, let me
Mandy
copy
did.
it. Copy it.
So this video we're going to go over is one of it's a long video. So if you want to go and watch it, you know, in the full video, so that way you see all of it, you can. We're going to go through it with some timestamps and some things that really stood out to me, but they probably, if you know the case, it stood out to you probably also. And just some consistent things they would say and things that they kept changing. So it's just a lot that I thought we'd go through, plus the timeline and the stories and stuff. So Mandy's got a good video that covers a lot of that. So I want to talk about that tonight. So whenever Mandy is ready.
Oh my goodness. Okay. It won't let me text the link. For some reason, it keeps saying message not delivered.
Let's see.
I'll do it quick. So I'll be right back in.
I'm sorry. I
No,
don't
you're
know why it's not letting me. Okay, so let me get back over here to StreamYard and present. So this is actually the video that I made.
You're not
it's about two.
Pretty please stop.
Do what?
He said he's cursed. I'm like, no, you're
I think I sent him the right one.
okay. No, I just screwed up and sent the wrong one.
All right, let me close that. Okay, it's backstage. So when I started doing the West Boys case, then after we started like getting deeper into it, we would try to go back and find like the interviews or the news reports, like news clips, and we couldn't find them. It was like they were deleting them or removing them from the website or, whatever. So we couldn't find the originals. So in Summer's case, I was like, well, I'm not going to let that happen with this case. Like, I know I'm full-fledged in this because Summer came to me first. So I knew I was going to be, waist deep, shoulder deep, whatever, So I made sure to go through and record every single news clip. I have the dispatch audio. I have the eulogy at the church. I have vigils. I have Don's Facebook posts that he was making in the very beginning. Like, I have several different videos that I tried to keep around 2 hours long so that they would be easy to reference back to. And then I went through and time-stamped them too. So that way, if you're looking for a specific interview, you can scroll down through and I put the dates on each one, where it came from, and I tried to put it in chronological order. There are some that are duplicates and there are some that are out of order, but
Because you are awesome, Mandy.
I know. That's when you start a new channel like me, I was on Cher's panel talking about Summer, and I did a lot with Cher talking about Summer, but I didn't save any of it because that's not what I was doing. I was doing, just the looking glass. So I was just doing things over there. So I knew when I started this true crime channel, I was going to have to, ask Cher and Mandy and Mark for videos and things because I knew they had it, they had it all. So that's the thing about starting true crime. You got to have somebody you can work with that's willing to share their stuff with you because you got to start all over. You got to start from the beginning. So,
you're more than welcome to anything off of any of our channels, even if you're not in it. Use whatever you need because it's getting it out there that's what important.
Yeah.
So use anything that you need. You don't even got to worry about asking.
Okay.
And same here.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And share. Hi, Mark.
Hello.
Cher, I was going to tell you, I have a playlist on my channel that I started that are important Sebastian clips where I've saved them, whether it's my own clipping or from another channel, but it's things that there's been disputes about or things that have been twisted that have been said or, but it's on both sides from Sebastian's case. So that might be helpful in the live that you're wanting to do.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Yes, that does sound.
Yep.
So I can send you that link also. So these are all the different timestamps here. This is how many things are in this 2-hour video here.
So the timestamps I gave you? No.
No, these are the timestamps of each item that's put in here. Yeah, no, the timestamps you gave me, I have to pull up because I have those on my phone. So
I have like 5 pages of timestamps. We probably won't get through all of them tonight, but I want to get through at least half if I can.
Actually, you know what? My printer is printing, so I'm gonna print it out now. I don't have to go through and write down all the timestamps again.
Eve, you are correct. I do have 3 great creators working with me. I do. And that's the thing is if you work together well with other creators, you can accomplish so much working together.
Yeah. And it's hard to find good creators to work with though, because you start working with one and then things get twisted or there's drama or there's, so I love that we have such a good group.
Ain't that the darn truth?
Yeah.
And we don't have to worry about the drama. We can talk it out and, I just love that. So.
And this group of people, Justin's not here at the moment, but these are all OGs for me. I knew them before I ever started doing things on the other side of the camera, y'all. So these are, talk about good humans and real humans. That's it. These ones, Justin, a couple others.
Yep, I've been around just a hot minute with Cher.
Just a couple of hot minutes. Yep.
Yeah, just a couple of hot minutes. Yep.
I thought Mandy was about to say that she found the live where she was teaching me how to go live.
Oh my goodness. I think that's on my other channel. I have a lot of those videos set to private because I was so open about my life on that channel.
You want to know
that
something kind of cool, Mandy?
what?
So I start work here, right? I'm in a whole nother country now. And one of my coworkers, we're talking YouTube, and she pulls out a video that you're in with some old people you used to hang out with and just laugh, and you guys would make her laugh. I'm like, that's my friend. Like, yeah,
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
crazy small world. Yeah, people are watching me here in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, I
That's
thought that was
awesome.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that is.
I got on a few different channels. I did crafting stuff, so I would get on other panels and craft along, and we would channel hop from panel to panel and do because I just can't finish a project in one live stream. I mean, I would stream
Oh,
for 12 hours and still not be done with the project. So
yeah.
I have a series that's like 14 live streams long where I made this huge canvas and delivered it to somebody who lived local that I met through YouTube. And that
Wow.
took
Wow.
forever. Yeah. That was
That's
a lot of work.
That's a lot of hours. It's a lot of work.
But I loved it because I said, this is my chill and chat and craft along on the side. Like I was
Yeah.
there just to give people a place to come and talk. I wanted to talk, and it worked out great.
Yeah.
So I got a craft project done on the side too. And we would do auctions and sell the stuff that we made because we made a lot of stuff, so
Yeah.
it all worked out.
That was good. Sounded fun.
Absolutely. Totally different than this genre. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. 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 Well, are you
Awesome.
ready, Mandy?
I am ready. I have the first, so we're not going to play very much of this before
No,
we start pausing.
but it's really big. I know. It was like 57 seconds in, and I'm already. But it's really important to me because he says this a lot.
Okay, so do you want me to pause at 48 or 57 or both?
You can stop at 57.
Okay. And then, because the next one, you have several timelines, and I meant to ask you before we went live, but.
Yeah, they have, ask me in private chat. Or just,
Okay.
you just ask me.
Well, I just didn't know if you wanted me to pause like at the 1 minute and 1 second mark, like each one of those, or wait until the 3 minute mark, or just pause in between. You know what I mean? Because you have your timestamps there, right?
Yeah, I have them here. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so on your next set of timestamps, you have like, I don't know, 8 to 10.
Yeah. Yeah. I
got
them broke down. I was gonna tell you what to start at and what to go to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll just play it by ear. Hi, Mama Lo. All right. Okay, then I'm gonna hit play. Here we go.
Okay.
Kind of what you've been feeling the last few days in the search for summer. Can you just, let us know what you and your family are experiencing at this time?
We really appreciate that outpouring of love. We've never seen so many good people in one place. We just really appreciate everybody trying to help that they have, law enforcement and all these volunteers that are here. I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. Just pray that God, His awesome power, for His name's sake, will please let summer be okay. And please come home.
I can't imagine how you've been feeling these past couple of days.
Yeah, it's been rough. But we believe in the resurrection. Never seen so many Christians in one place in my life. Like I said, that's pretty awesome to see that.
Right there, the resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
And this is 48 or within 72 hours of summer reported missing?
Yeah.
Yeah, this first one, so that's why this is so important down here. This is from June 18th. So on day 3, not even 3 full days.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So she wanted me to play it until 57, so I'm going to go back 5 seconds and play it out until the 57-second mark so we can hear his whole statement here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll pause and chat about this. I have some things to say too. Poor kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome to see that. I just hope God in His mercies will deliver someone home to us.
Pretty unlikely for
Okay, take it away, Tammy.
Well, the resurrection, he talks about it the whole time. I mean, from the beginning, and he drops it ever so often. He'll say that about her, and I'm like, well, if you're talking like that, then you already have the mindset that she's gone. And why is
Mhm.
that? Why is that? And why are you already thinking she's gone if you don't even know yet? Unless you know.
Yeah.
Yet.
And it seems to be a trend though. Like
Yeah.
that's why I've always felt like Candace and Dawn had already accepted that Summer was deceased from the moment they opened their mouths.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he always went to religion when he got nervous or something. He'd always go to start talking about God and religion, and I was like, I noticed that become repetitive also, because when he said the resurrection, then you would hear him talk about God right after that in the church, and
I think he can't even help that. I think the cult's so far stuck in him.
yeah,
I honestly think that part's real, because
yeah,
of, Tim and Robin and everybody, but
yeah,
I
You
think
know,
he's used it
I
to
could
get
get
himself into
behind
trouble.
I could get behind him, saying he puts all his faith in God, that God knows what he's doing and has a plan or whatever. I mean, I could get behind that if he actually lived his life as if he was a Christian,
right, yeah,
but he doesn't.
exactly, yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know if he did that because it made him seem less of a suspect, or I mean, I don't know why he seemed to bring that up. I don't know if he thought that helped his case. You know what I mean? I
And
don't.
Yeah.
I agree with Claudia too. I mean, are you wanting us to use the boys' names or no?
Um, I mean, they're out there already. Is that right?
names are
Yeah.
out there, and I don't want to say too much, but if it's like anything like my history, and I believe some of it is, those boys probably don't have the same names anymore, so I would just say it's fine.
Okay.
And I think that we should use them just because they deserve
Yeah,
that, you know.
yeah. I
Yeah.
hope they talk one day, but even if they don't, that this is their lives. But yeah, their names are out there, unfortunately. And again, I think their names are changed, much like I did,
Yeah.
for safety. So
And I don't blame them
Right,
changing them.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. So I think Josie looks very uncomfortable, to
Yes.
say the least.
Mm-hmm.
And Claudia said that he's pulling away from Dawn, and it looks like, in my opinion, it looks like Dawn is like grabbing a hold of his arm and pulling him back closer to him. And I mean, Dawn's the one that brought Josie to this news report clipping, whatever. Like, he's the one who brought the child on screen with him. The whole time he has his head down. I know the sun is bright,
Yeah.
but the whole time he just looks so uncomfortable, like he doesn't want to be there. I feel bad for him.
I did too. I
Yeah.
thought the same thing. Yeah. Yeah.
That's right, Wolfie. I agree. And I mean, Summer saved him. I mean, we've said that so many times, but it's so true.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows where the boys would be today if they were still with Dawn and Candace? Even if they were still in foster care and Dawn and Candace were still in communication with them, just knowing that Dawn was trying to sneak Josie off to the side by his
Yeah.
own admission,
Mm-hmm.
and talk to him and talk to him about Summer, and like, it's scary to think about.
Yeah.
He probably wanted to know what Josie knew or was going to say.
Hmm.
He was probably scared of what he was going to say.
And remember the timeline, the boys weren't removed until a little over a month after Summer was reported missing. So she was reported missing June 15th, 21. They were removed July 24th, or right around there. So Dawn and Candace had a whole month to gaslight them.
And I was surprised that they were there that long afterwards.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
I was really surprised that they stayed that long.
Yeah.
Hi, Cypher Owl. All right, you want me to play?
Yeah, play start at 1 and go to 2.
Okay.
For her to walk off like that.
Yeah, she wouldn't do that. We even had one of our neighbors say they pulled up in the driveway. She ran to the door. You know, so we warn her all the time. There's bears, and other things that we try to warn our kids about all these things all the time.
And can you tell us a little bit, what Summer was doing that afternoon or that evening?
She was planting flowers with her mother and her grandmother, and she wanted to go into the house. So my wife watched her go into the door, and she went into the house, and the boys were on the internet, of course, and she wanted to go downstairs and play with her toys. So when her mother come in, she says, "Where's Summer?" She went down in the basement, but she didn't answer, so she went down there, and she was gone. So she went out the basement door, which was unlocked, and we haven't seen her since.
And so then the boys, just when she walked in the house, what about time was that?
I'm not sure. 5:36. I'm not sure.
Not knowing what happened, giving you kind of a gut feeling about it. You have any kind of instinct feeling about it?
I wish I did. Just some bad person grabbed her, but we have no idea. The FBI and the police have covered every single base.
Okay. And then when I restart it, I can go back 5 seconds to start
Oh, you're
that
good.
answer over again.
No, that's good. Who does he
Okay.
sound like? They've looked at every person, checked every lead.
Ooh, we'll let chat answer that. Because I know, and I know Sharon Mark know too.
Mhm.
Well, that part of the story they seem to keep. At first, it was not that though, was it? When they first started talking about how Summer disappeared, it was a little bit different, wasn't it? Than what you hear here.
I don't know.
Let me-
I kind of thought that was Candace's story. Brought her in the house, and then she just disappeared.
I thought there was something she had said one time and they totally changed it, but I could be wrong on that one. But she always said that she went downstairs to play in I call it a dungeon. It's not real, but in the playroom is what Candace called it. I'm like, that is not a playroom, but okay.
right.
But
The only thing that I remember that changed was when Allie was doing her interview, and she said Candace called her while the police were outside, and she said that Summer was missing, and she said, I went over to help Mom with her knee brace, and Summer went inside. Then when I went inside, I asked the boys, "Where's Summer? Where's your sister?" And they said, "Well, I don't know. Maybe she went downstairs." Well, that's totally different than
okay.
what Candace and Dawn say now is she went downstairs to play with her toys. And they even said that she asked one of the boys to go with her, and he said no, and he holds guilt because of that.
Yeah. I knew there was something a little bit different, but I couldn't quite remember what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I made
the
a
thing
video
with
about that because it stood out to me so much.
The thing with the bears I get it. I wouldn't let my kids probably go outside either in that area because they are in lots of wooded area. But they say they don't let them go outside, but then they said that they thought she went out the basement door. Well, if they don't allow them to go out by themselves, why would they think she went out the basement door by herself?
Yeah.
Well, and why would Candace show Chris McDonough that she did go out by herself and she would go out and sit right here or run around up to her swing?
Yeah. So which is it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The very first thing I ever saw was Summer going missing was Candace's recollection when she's sitting down with Dawn there, and the way she just recounted it. It's a lie, but there was no sadness at all.
I know.
Right.
Yep.
It was so weird.
Well, even with Don in this interview, he's acting like, well, we really don't know, but, I mean, and even when he was talking about, well, she's probably in a hotel room somewhere, and it's all the foul things that I won't repeat that he said that time.
Yeah. Mm.
I couldn't even form those words to come out of my mouth about somebody else's child.
And he said it like it was nothing, like it was normal to him, right?
Yes.
Mm.
So that's scary.
Like what person would that be the first thought in their mind if something happened to a child? Why would that be the first thought?
A pervert, just like Stacey Wandra. No one ever brought up the things. Everyone knew exactly what he looked like. He's textbook predator look like. And I mean, it was already in my head that he was a you-know-what.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he slipped that talking to Brandy, I said, right there, we just got some answers that we didn't even ask for.
Right.
Yep. That was a big boom.
Big boom.
Huge
Arrested within hours, and he's never getting out after that. Like, that's... And to me, Don's the same way. He's telling us answers. He doesn't know he is, but I mean, he's been doing that since he was a teenager.
Right.
And a leopard's spots don't change.
No.
And if we go by past behavior, not only has he been groping his, sisters and his friends and his friends' friends, but when he got older, that led to cops finding him breaking and entering and stealing panties of women, and
right, yeah.
Yep. He was a panty thief.
Yep.
He has a long record. He has a very long record. I didn't realize how long it was until recently.
Yeah, and that's in this video too.
You got to make sure he's got a long record in multiple states.
Yeah.
Yep. Right. Way too composed, Wolfie. Exactly. No emotion.
Yeah, Summer was his victim too. I agree.
Yeah, I do too.
Holler Bunny
He's a peeping Tom.
I wouldn't doubt that.
And I will say that he wasn't supposed to be mentioning the resurrection. I do know that he was talked to about saying certain words, but we all know that now. We all know now is Tim Mullen. Not a single time did he ever do an interview with anyone except like me or whatever, where he would try and run away to be alone. But anytime you see him on the media, I promise you, to the left or the right, there's the Bread Lady and the Sandman. He does not interview without the cult somewhere around him. Same with Candace. They're always with them when they interview.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I
was going to say,
go ahead.
It's hard to believe what the Holler Bunny says, though.
Well, I mean, I believe that, but the Holler Bunny has also said she's in there in the car while her man's up there, and she's been over there. So what has that Holler Bunny done herself anyway? Nothing. She's just smoke screens at this point. So
that's what I mean. So it's hard for me to believe anything that she says.
She was the one picking up her meds, letting Andy bring her meds, and he'd be the one to run in the house, but guess who was sitting in the car? Mm-hmm. So she can stop and get off of her high horse that's non-existent.
Yeah. Non-existent.
It doesn't fit in her fucking tin box.
Oh, turn my radio off. Sorry.
I'm too honest for this, that he's a pig, and I'm trying to find the picture to say, no, he's a lion.
Well, you know what? I can't unsee that now, and other people told me that too, maybe.
Yeah.
But damn it, Mark looks like a lion now, but not a cowardly lion.
Right.
Yeah. I think he looks more like a wolf. His beautiful gray locks into his beard.
Yeah, see, Don's just identical to the Cowardly Lion, and I think it is
Yeah.
that he's a coward, you know? He
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah.
He's not
Yeah.
a man in any way, shape, or form of the word.
Oh,
No,
absolutely not. That's why he beats on women and children.
it's very sad.
Exactly. Yep. And I can't find it right now anyway. I'll find it before the end of the stream though. And I'll show you. He's a lion. A lion. Okay, where do you want me to stop next?
So when you start at 2 and go all the way to 3:30, and I think this is where I was talking about the story might have changed a little bit. So listen for that in here.
Okay.
Really
Here we
quick, you guys, please thumbs up this and share it if you can. Tammy is not monetized right now, but whether she's monetized, not monetized for any of your favorite creators, the best way and free way is to thumbs up it and share it out and just watch it.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Person around here, but we have no idea that the FBI and the police have covered every single base, everything that anybody can think of, they've covered. I mean,
What would you say to people, as you're searching, what are you asking from other people? I know there's so many prayers coming out right now. Is there anything else you want to ask of the community and the public?
I just want to thank everybody for your outpouring of love. That's all.
Is there anything that you'd like to add that maybe we didn't ask you, or
Not that I can think of, sir.
have they told you about what they might be trying to do today specifically? Or?
They're still searching. They're doing everything they can. They're doing every single thing they can. We've tried to, we try to go to them with other leads and stuff. They're like, we've already checked all that out. The sex offenders, they checked all them. Anything that we can cover, they've already covered almost probably every base that they can cover. We're trying to think and beat our brains out. They've covered everything that we can think of already.
Are they asking anything of you other than just people that you might suspect or, situations you might suspect?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I'm at work all the time. Candace was on one side of the house when she got gone. Not even 50, 60 feet away. We know she wouldn't leave the property. There's no way she would do that.
Have you ever seen anyone in the neighborhood that doesn't belong?
How would he know that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She was on one side of the house. But
Yeah,
thought she
50
was
or 60 feet away. How does he have all that information?
Yeah, she wasn't even in the house. She was supposed to be over there with Granda's putting her knee brace on or something. So she wouldn't have even been in the house.
Yeah.
But how does he know when she got gone? He says that like that phrase bothers me too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never forget when he said, we're trying to give all this information to law enforcement, but everything we suggest they've already done.
Yeah.
Again, who does that sound like recently that we've heard say the same thing in a different case?
Mm-hmm.
It's like red flags,
Yeah.
Chris Watts said it too in his interview.
Okay.
Yep. He said they've contacted all of her friends. We've contacted all of our friends. Anywhere she could go, we've contacted everybody. Yep, he said the same thing.
And it's so weird that Don is the one recounting what happened that day.
Yeah.
Because he apparently wasn't even there. So why is he the one
He's
always
changed that
on
now.
the phone?
He's admitted he was there now.
No, but I mean, like back then.
Yeah. I know. Same, yeah, just like the people who weren't home are sure the ones barking the loudest. Chris Proudfoot, Don Wells.
Because in the 911 call, they said that Candace went for a walk. That's what
that information, the 911 call information came from Don Wells, just like the dispatch information that they played in Sebastian's case came from Chris Broadfoot. That stuff was wrong. Candace said she never went for a walk, but Dawn obviously told them that. They also said that Summer was 4 years old, not 5.
Don also said when he got home, he keeps tripping up on this part that he got there before anyone, which is not true because when he really got home, there was already cops and the church people there and everything. So he's confusing because he knows he was already home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then he said he went down the hill, remember, and was looking and he saw his boys down there. Well, so he said something about 10 minutes. So you had your boys down there for over 10 minutes? Like even Grandis wouldn't go down there with her bum knee, but supposedly she was wandering around, walking up and down the horse hole and doing all this shit, which now we know she wasn't. She was napping in her trailer, but you know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. So, I mean, was Candace not there at all at first? Because you said she went for a run or a walk. That's what the 911 call says. But now he's saying she was 50 feet away and on the other side of the house.
And
Well,
I
wasn't
think
she
there
did
that's
go
when she
for,
brought Hunter home, to be honest.
Oh, well, I didn't think about that.
and if she did go for a run, I don't think she'd make it more than 50 feet from the house. So that could be accurate.
She
That's
face
true.
planted 10 feet down the driveway.
Well, in an interview, I think it's in this video too, they ask her about that and she's like, I don't walk or run anywhere. And I'm like,
Yep.
yep, yeah, we know. Yeah. Yeah. And that's where they also say, you know, they keep going back to Don was saying people were looking, he said it could have been somebody up here looking for drugs or she got trafficked it, or, you know, but they keep bringing up how many sex offenders. They didn't know that there were sex offenders in their neighborhood then. And I'm like, how do you not know there's sex offenders in your neighborhood? That's the first thing I would check.
Well, and remember, he went up and talked to all the drug dealers around himself, you know. Law enforcement couldn't hold him there, even though they were bottlenecked in.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I think at 4 minutes and 50 seconds in, I think that's where where Dawn said she went on a run. And when she came back, Summer was gone.
Okay, so wasn't there talk that Candace went to Fred Hills before she was reported missing?
Yeah. Candace went there first, and then Dawn ran over there, and then they were both over there.
Because I remember something about the backpack being put over there or something that had drugs in it. But I don't know. I quit kind of listening when it went that far into the wild speculation and the rumors, and people were making money by creating channels that lived in the area, or people started dating, or, you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like once it kind of went twisted that far, you know, I quit focusing so much on it, because it was like, now we're out of the facts, you know, now we're just getting super deep into hearsay.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I stopped streaming.
Yeah.
There's just nowhere to go, and I'm not going to peddle conspiracy theories or dive into drama, so I got nothing to say.
Right. Yeah. Not going to contribute to it.
Yeah.
And we didn't even have facts to review, you know, like there were no facts.
No. And anything we think is a fact probably isn't, so we really aren't getting anywhere.
All right. I found it. Mark, have you seen this picture? Have you seen the lion picture, Mark?
Yeah, have you seen
I have not.
Oh, joy.
Okay, so let me stop sharing just for a second. If in chat, if you guys haven't seen this, prepare yourself now.
Yes.
And we'll pop it up here real quick. There it is, Tammy. And once you see it, you can't ever unsee it ever again. Okay.
Honey, you're gonna have to stop saying I look like a lion.
See, you don't look anything like the lion to me, but it's the
I'm
cowardly
changing it
look.
to wolf now.
Even his eyes and his eyebrows and his mouth.
Yeah, they look like brothers.
Yeah.
Twinsies.
Mr. Shadows, thank you for coming by. Thank you.
Hi, Sinister. It's an optical illusion.
Yeah.
Just depends on if he has a tan or doesn't have a tan, which angle he's looking from, or, you know.
Both wishing they had a brain.
Oh. Right, those swollen cheeks. Yep. It's crazy. Okay, I'll take it away and go back here. I'm just happy I found it.
You were going to keep searching too till you found it, didn't you?
Absolutely. You know my determination.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have to add the video back to the panel
Yeah,
again.
I'm going in here. There we go.
Even the hair, right? Exactly. He is gross. He's like,
Well,
he just gives me the heebie-jeebies. You know, like when you look at people and you're like, ooh, and
Yeah.
you know, ooh, like you just shiver. That's him.
just one. Mm-hmm.
I'll say, like at the beginning when I was first getting to know Don, I was trying to look through like with an unbiased view, and I did see a guy who was just kind of broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really
And
see
you
like a scuzzy kind of gross. I was kind of like looking past the muck. But yeah, I was totally misread that guy.
Well, and it's different because you're a male, you know, so I think that you would look at him different than females would. Just as if you were looking at a female, you would get, you know, like, okay, there's something weird about that chick, you know, like, I don't know, different perceptions. And you guys did such a good job trying to give him a chance. And you were, I think, the most fair person that he ever spoke to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, TJ.
Well, I really tried to be on his side. Like I really tried to take what he was saying at face value. Because I figured if nothing else, at least we're getting more information.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could only do that for so long before I started just saying, okay, this guy's just, he acts all godly, but he lives like a heathen. It's just,
Well, and it's a lot because we're hearing Don and Candace on the phone literally till Mark and I pass out. And then he was calling me at like before even Mark would get up for work, like 5:30, 6 in the morning. Here he is again.
Yeah.
oh yeah, she was on her phone with him constantly.
Non-stop. And you could, yeah, it.
It's a good thing I'm not the jealous type.
Right. Well, I mean, look at him. I
you
mean,
or Don Wells.
yeah. I mean, come on.
Lion or wolf, you
Yeah.
know?
Wolf every time.
That's right.
Send the Lions to be with Carol Baskin.
Oh,
And it's the lion too. It's not just a lion. He's a lion.
that's right.
I don't think he ever told the truth about much. You know, like I can probably count on one hand how many times he told the truth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I bet Summer didn't even like to twirl.
Exactly.
That's probably something he made her do.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Dad, I don't want to twirl anymore. He's like, oh, come on, Summer. You know you like
My
to
arm's not
twirl.
tired. My arm's not tired yet. Summer keep twirling until my arm gets tired.
Yeah.
Hi, TJ. Babe, remember we'd be on the phone and he'd go out there and we'd be laughing because when he did that one video and he took a stick hitting the fridge, he's like, I don't know. And he'd do this and then he'd go outside and he'd have us on video call and he'd be like, kicking. He's like, look at this. I got the barrel. And he'll kick the barrel and he's just fucking weird.
Hi, Patty.
TJ said, I'm a lesbian, and if I had to choose, I'd take Mark.
Ooh, a new sister wife.
Love it.
Just
All
kidding.
right, well, TJ, if the women you're in your dating pool look like Dawn or me, raise the bar, girl.
Wait, what? You're hot,
I
babe.
think TJ's married.
And Don
TJ's
knows
married.
that, which is why he's trying to look like a lion, looking like you. He was like, oh, let me grow my long hair and get my beard in there.
And that's why Candace couldn't stand you.
That's why
that's
Candace, yeah. That's what I said the other day. Watch out, Candace, because your man's trying to look like my man now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hi, Sassy Pants. That's cute.
Sassy Pants.
We'll have to wait and see what happens in the spring when I get rid of it all.
No, I don't even want to talk about that now. No, but we're doing it to charity. He's going to give it to Locks of Love so someone can make a wig.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, for a little girl or something.
There you go, Mark. TJ said, my wife is drop dead gorgeous.
Oh, there we go. All right. I was going to say.
All right. What is the next time you want me to go to 450 now?
Yeah, play to 450 so they can hear him talk about Mom went on a run.
Okay.
Well, there are,
Have you ever seen anyone in the neighborhood that doesn't belong?
Well, there are, people that come through there looking for drugs in the area, and that's probably with any place, but they've checked all them things out too.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a hold of everybody. They track everybody down that they possibly can. I mean, they've covered all the bases that they can.
Are you all from this area?
I'm originally from Utah, but I come out here to help my mother, and I've been here on and off for the past 25 years or 30 years or 40, I don't know, but yeah.
Okay, did you want me to go ahead and play this also?
Yes, that's
or
the
did you want?
That's the 911. Does anybody want to talk about what he said about the drug traffickers in their area?
Yeah. See, he knew that was going on because he was doing it with them.
Yeah.
You know, like it wasn't a big surprise when he found out, like you can't even, he didn't even pretend to be shocked. Well, there were a lot of people coming. Well, they were coming to your house too, weren't they, Dawn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Well, it's easy to blame it on.
Me too.
It's easy to blame it on.
Right. Well, yeah, they're bad. I'm good. I mean, that's like that should be his mantra. They're bad. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
They did it, not me.
Well, that's what he always does. Or he'll confess to, oh, you know what? Yep, I did. I molested my stepsister. Well, if you're willing to confess that because you think that makes you look like a good guy because you're willing to admit when you're wrong, and that's what you're admitting to. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you got something a lot worse, which is terrible, but I mean, I can't help but think that, if you're out here telling the whole world on the news, yeah, I did this with my stepsisters and blah, 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 but
Well,
okay.
the only reason that he admitted to what he did to Jeannie and Mary is because he blamed it on them.
Yeah.
He sees himself as innocent. It was their fault. She initiated it, Cher. Those were his words.
I
She
know.
initiated it.
I heard it.
So he thinks he's innocent. Again,
But
she did it,
one
not
thing I
me.
do believe that he says, and I think you guys have heard this, but he would talk privately with us a lot about that he thinks basically he was groomed, that there was porn left out on purpose so that, he'd watch it and everyone would watch it. And that doesn't make it right at all. But you know what I'm
Right.
saying? This is a generational of disgustingness. Because I'm sorry, but his dad married the babysitter who was very young, which is Mary's mom, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, the whole family, again, it goes generational, but oh, yeah.
And it's
They're
on both
scary
sides
people.
too. It's not just Dawn's family.
It's
It's on both
Candace's
sides.
too. Yep.
It's
Candace's
actually,
family,
if you think,
Candace's mom, the entire, yep.
but Don had it double too because he had his dad's house of stuff going on, but then at his mom's, his stepdad
That's
was doing
right.
stuff too.
You know what, Mandy? I forget about that. I think a lot of people forget about. You're right. Yep.
Oh, Lolly signal bad. That's okay. I understand.
Oh, I'm sorry. She texted me. Yeah, she's been trying to get up here.
Aw.
Oh no. Hi, Carla. I love Sassy Pants. I love that name.
I love it. Yeah. We got Wolfie, aka Running Gray Wolf. Oh, is that your twin, babe?
Uh-oh.
Y'all would
TJ's
love,
awesome.
I got
y'all
a
would
wolf twin out
love,
here.
Yeah, Wolfie, Running Gray Wolf.
yep, y'all would love her. She's really sweet.
Wait, did you send Lolly the correct link?
Let me try. I'm gonna try. Let me try. Wally, I'm gonna see if I can send you a different link to
I
try.
can't send. I didn't have Lolly's information. I sent it to Cher, and then Cher probably sent her the one I sent her, which was not right.
Right. I just want to make sure if she's having trouble because, of signal or whatever. I want to
Yeah.
make
I
sure
think
she
you
gets the
have
number.
it, sis. You just don't. It looks funny. I'll send you again because I screenshotted her picture when she put it in chat, and I sent you it. But I'll send you it again. I'll just send you the number so you have it. I was telling Tammy, I'm like, use your voice. Like, I'll tell everyone, I'll be on everyone's asses to get there, but you're inviting everyone.
Yeah, if you just send it. If I have their stuff, I'll send it to them.
Yep.
Oh,
Hey, sorry, I sent it to Wally.
lake. That might be it. Oh, well, I'm glad she's having fun then at the lake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds nice.
I'm
Southern
jealous.
Soul Tarot.
You want me to check my messages? Okay. Let's see.
Wolfie, I very much agree with what you said there. Those kids were going to perpetuate that same sick behavior for sure.
Right. Right.
So
well, because
it's
Don
very
didn't
good
see
that they're out of there.
issue. He didn't see it as an issue. So I believe that things were already starting, in my opinion.
They did. I think you're right, Mandy. Because
that came up in my very first reading. And, I put it on the back of the page because I don't talk about stuff like that if I don't have to, especially when it's other children. But I really feel like, going back and looking at Dawn and Jeannie, he was 12 and she was 5.
Yeah.
And it was her fault.
Exactly. And, Summer ran around with bathing suits on and bikinis on. And, so I could see how he would be like, well,
and naked. Bunch of grown ass men out there building something on that house, and she's out there butt ass naked with all those men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then he showered. All the boys showered with Summer all at the same time, including Dawn. I don't see how it wouldn't be happening. I'm sorry.
I don't either.
Nope.
That makes me sick to my stomach to even put it out in words like that. It's the first time I've ever done that. But I mean, it's just,
And then to hang your wife out, your beautiful wife that you love so much, out on the line for an excuse on why you're bathing with your children is because your wife doesn't shower and she doesn't like to shower. Still fucking gross, Dawn.
That is that's gross.
yep.
Oh my god.
And what does that matter if Candace takes a shower or not? You don't have to get in the shower to shower your children.
No.
You
No.
shouldn't get in the shower to shower your children, if
No.
especially if you're the opposite sex.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no way my husband would have bathed my daughter. No way.
Mm-mm.
Not with her, like, no. No.
Mm-mm.
I could see, like, as a baby,
Right.
Right.
like,
Right.
I could see that, but not once they're getting to the age where they're like noticing and they're asking questions and
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
And as someone who was a breastfeeding mother, of course I bathed with my daughters and my sons because I would also nurse them in the bath. But that stopped at about right before 2 years old. 2 years old,
Mm-hmm. And I guess I should have clarified. I met my husband when my daughter was 4. So that's what I meant. Like, there's no way at 4 years old he wouldn't be bathing her. He may come in and help me or something, but he wouldn't be in there
Yeah.
bathing her by himself or in the bath with her or in the shower with her.
Right.
Like, I just, mm-mm. And I mean, there's single fathers that do need to do that. So I don't want to discredit if it's, like a good father doing it, but to
Yeah,
have
but
the
not a father
choice.
who said that, he's molested pretty much every female from 5 years old on, because clearly that's his thing. But yeah,
They're
Right.
probably
totally
dressed and they're
different.
bathing
Yeah.
their daughters too as a single dad. They're not naked.
Mhm.
They're kids in the shower.
I mean, there's no reason whatsoever. I don't care if you are trying to save water or you're trying to rush or whatever the excuse is. There's no, you can put all 3 boys in there with you, whatever. The
Right.
boys are old enough to know but what body parts are. They have their own, like they're all old enough to be able to do that. But then you throw a baby girl in the mix of it that's waist high. That's just,
Yeah.
mm-mm,
Yeah.
mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, unfortunately, we do know that history does repeat itself, and it has with Dawn's children. The boys absolutely learned and were doing inappropriate things, and that
Well,
comes
his
with
older
it.
son.
Yeah.
It's not
His
even the
oldest son
boys'
is
fault.
registered.
Yep. Yes, Donnie
Don,
Jr. Yep.
yeah, he's a registered. So, I mean, that's proof right there that Don didn't think that it was wrong. And that's right, TJ. That's how my grandpa bathed me. I stayed at my grandpa and grandma's a lot. And my grandpa would come in there and he would fill the bubble bath up for me. And I remember it. So I had to have been old enough to have memory of it, And he would say, okay, lift your arm and make sure you wash your armpit. And I would take the bar of soap. And I remember doing that, and playing in
Yeah.
the bubbles and having fun. But he never, I mean, the only time he touched me was when he wrapped the towel around me.
Right.
It's just,
Yeah, see, that's normal.
Right.
right.
The Don Wells saga, like 99% abnormal.
Yeah.
Pretty much
Poor
everything.
Donnie. Doesn't he have 2 boys also?
Don Jr.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but he does have children.
Oh my God.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
Okay, well, now that my stomach is completely flipped in knots,
Right.
were you ready to start the
Yeah.
dispatch?
Yeah. Let
So
it
this
play.
was
Let it play through 809.
through 809?
Yep.
Okay.
But you can
That's
stop it
4.
right
Look at you, Tammy. I love it.
4 minutes, right? She is on it.
8:09, Mandy.
If you
Yes.
want to stop it right
Uh,
after dispatch, you can, but the rest of it is talking. I think it's really interesting in what he says. All through that is very interesting.
Okay, so this is the dispatch when they were getting law enforcement to Ben Hill after Summer had been reported missing. Okay, here we go. And if you guys want me to pause it, stop it, whatever, just yell and I will.
Alrighty.
Ben Hill Road off of Beach Creek should be the first residence on your right. Reference to a missing 4-year-old. The parents have called in and advised that the mother had went for a walk, came home, now they can't find her. They've been yelling for her. She's been offered about 2 minutes now.
Hollering. Oh, wait, the parents.
110.
Mm-hmm.
The parents, they were on the phone with both parents. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Did they do
Sarah,
a stupid three-way call? Was it a three-way call to 911 with those three? Or is that Sebastian's case?
That was Sebastian's case. Allegedly, Dawn said he hung up with Candace and told her to hang up and call 911 herself, but then he was going to call too.
Okay, but she said the parents, like she just talked to both of them together. But okay.
Because I was asking Mandy, is there a 911 call that has both of them calling 911? Have we heard one from each? And Mandy's like, I don't think so. I think there's.
Well, that hasn't been released because it sure would be interesting to hear who's in the background of that 911 call. Because again, Don's finally admitted he was there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ready?
Yep.
I went back 10 seconds so we can hear it again.
Came home, now they can't find her. They've been yelling for her. She's been off for about 2 minutes now. 10 for 110. 10 for house Madison. 335, I'll be around as well. And 4. 29 minutes, go ahead, so far. Rescue. Fire police for search. You say when you got the original call that mom went on a run, when she came back, the daughter was gone? That's what the father advised. He's at work about an hour away, trying to make his way home.
See, that's what the father.
10-4. You want to try to call?
Yeah, it said the father was at work, or according to the father or whatever. I want to go back and play that part one more time. That's what the father advised. He's at work about an hour away trying to make his way home. So the only way that we would know that for sure is if law enforcement, I'm sure, has already looked into it. But if he called 911 and he was an hour away at work, then they would have had to have rerouted him to the 911 for Hawkins County, right?
Well, it also says in here the original call said. So is there another call besides this one?
Well, we don't know.
Yeah.
And I don't think that Candace has ever said, well, no, she said, didn't she say that she called 911 and Dawn also did?
That's what was in one of
I
the.
think so.
Yeah.
I think they both did.
But we just don't have any proof, to back it up. It's just their word, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Table. 10-4. You want to try to contact Stina? Let 302 know, and I'm like, he's going to rescue my death determination. 302 has been notified. He also wanted me to just remind you to be sure check the house camper, even if they said they've already had. Hawkins County Rescue Squad, all members, mutual aid request, search and rescue with Churchill Rescue Squad. The staging area is going to be at Mount Carmel Baptist Church on Beach Creek. Tompkins County Rescue Squad, all members, mutual aid request from Churchill Rescue on that search and rescue. Staging area is going to be at Mount Carmel Baptist Church on Beach Creek. Also requesting a respond with six-wheeler and command trailer. First page, 1911.
Okay, so there it is.
We're listening.
I'm pretty sure I skipped through this one.
Members joined the impromptu prayer vigil, some lighting candles and others kneeling in prayer. Summer's dad, Donald Wells, also joined.
She loves a lot of people, and a lot of people love her. We really appreciate what they've done. There's hundreds and hundreds of people out there, and they're trying their best to find her, and we really appreciate them very much.
He recalled the moment of terror he found out his daughter was missing.
And I come from work and drove home as fast as I possibly could, and drove to the bottom of our property, and I seen my boys here walking around and my neighbors all looking and searching, and I knew right then that she was gone. But she don't never leave the property, by herself anyway.
And the search for Summer continues.
We pray that Summer is found safe. We pray for the family, for comfort for them to know that God is in control. And we also pray for all of the men and women who are working so hard to find her, find out anything they can, and be with them and keep them safe as they continue to search.
I think it's really tough on all the people out here that are missing Father's Day, and it's making them a little bit edgy, and we're a little bit edgy. My wife is real edgy, and it's getting tougher, I think, for everybody.
Since Summer went missing Tuesday night, Don Wells says the Department of Children's Services has helped their family work through the trauma, but he says Summer's brothers are not doing too well.
They're kind of fighting more than usual and stuff, and I got into it first thing this morning, and the team come up running up the hill. They heard screams, and so I've been trying to keep it down.
Summer's siblings aren't the only ones struggling. Her father tells me her mother is also worried about the 5-year-old little girl.
She'll be frantic. I mean, she's having a hard time, and she'll be okay for a little bit, and then she's up and down.
This Father's Day, Wells tells me his worst fear has been realized.
Do you think at this point that she is still alive?
I really don't know. Hopefully, yes. Depending on how bad or what's going on with her. I mean, there's always hope.
There's always hope. So that was on Father's Day.
Yeah.
And then, see, he talked to...
I always thought it was really fucked up. Sorry, Mandy, that it was right before Mother's Day or Father's Day. Mother's Day, she did nothing for her own mother, but she celebrated Robin Lane, and then she was gone before Father's Day. 3 days before Father's Day, right? No, 15th.
Yeah.
Father's Day was right around the corner, right?
Yeah, like the 20, probably the 21st or something like that.
Yeah, it was that Sunday coming up.
Yeah.
Really quick, babe, can you start the truck? I'll be done at 10:10 tonight.
Okie dokie.
Thank you.
Woo woo.
And another thing he says again is,
He does have a pattern.
He keeps repeating she would never leave by herself. And here too, he says the brothers were fighting, but if you watch the rest of the video, if you pay attention, through the rest of the video, they talk about how good they're doing. And it's like, well, which one is it? Are they doing good, or are they not doing good? I mean, because Dawn says they're fighting, and Candace says they're doing good. So
Well, Candace was probably high. I'm not to be mean, but
yeah, that's probably right. Yeah.
And every time Candace comes on, though, she never, we never saw tears, except for when she was on with Chris McDonough at the swim hole. And she always seemed like she was just spaced out, like it was just not a big deal, or, we did see her cry after she got home from Dr. Phil because her mouth was all jacked up. But then later, Dawn is doing, we're going to hear it soon. He's doing a phone interview with Jeff Bobo, and he said the boys are handling it way better than they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Sandy, thank you for reminding me, by the way. I get teeth are huge, crazy, but listen, I wanted to help a woman get her sentencing, done proper justice, that I started a YouTube channel demanded by her with fucked up teeth. I didn't want to do that. You can't go on TV and beg for your daughter because you had to get your teeth fixed before you would go talk about your missing daughter. I'm sorry, I cannot relate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I call it karma because look what happened.
Someone
She
punch
had
her
to
new
have
teeth
all
out.
the she had to have all the teeth removed.
Mhm.
Whatever she had done to her mouth at Dr. Phil, it had to be all
Right.
undone because
Yep.
she went. That was the night that they went on Ziggy's panel, and Don held a knife to his throat and thought that it was the funniest thing ever. And Candace is in the background moaning and groaning and crying because she's in so much pain, and she wants him to get off the live stream and come and put some wood in the fire because she's cold. And he's just so drunk on panel that he can't get off a panel.
Wow.
What an awesome guy.
I'm
Right?
telling you, he's a winner.
Yeah.
I
I
want to
would have
be his friend.
You do?
I would have told PG, you
Oh.
can have him. Here you go. I'll
Right?
send him free.
Right? She can have them. PG, that sexy little thing, right?
Right?
God bless, amen, fucking shit. That's right.
That was so dead on.
That was. Oh my God.
I just listened to her the other night for the first time in so long. I can't even tell you how long. And I was like, that's all she keeps saying is God bless, amen. But then it's F-bomb every other word.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
PG is a funny person. Like, she made me, when she came on Ziggy's the very
Yes,
first
she is,
few,
Bumpy.
she made me so mad because I was like, all you're doing is defending Dawn. That's it, And no matter what anybody said, she had to twist it to where Dawn was an angel. And I was like, you're lying, like, stop lying. He's not an angel. We know Dawn well enough already. And yeah. But then when she started on her own channel, and now that she's more comfortable in what she does and where she is, and I don't know how that worked out, but she's funny here and there. He did. Can you imagine? Sassy, no, Wolfie. Can't believe anyone want to cheat with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's had quite a few women. I don't understand.
Yeah.
All right, we're ready to roll to the next.
Yes.
All right, are we just going to 820?
Yeah, if you want to play, because that is his talking about his criminal record, I think is what it is coming up.
Okay.
Well, they ask him, they ask if his criminal record is relevant to the case. And then,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's discrepancy about that too. So
There is, because I have him, I asked him that on one of my last lives with him, and how he answered was very interesting. So I'm interested to hear this back again.
Yeah.
Well, there's one part where Jeff Bobo asked at the press conference, he asked Lawson, is his criminal history relevant to Summer missing? And Lawson said no. But then later, when Jeff is talking to Dawn, he said, I asked Lawson if, no, wait. It was some one way, I can't remember. We'll have to play it to get it right. But it was the opposite. He said the opposite of whatever Lawson said, if I remember correctly. Okay, let me stop talking and just play.
The father's criminal record irrelevant in this investigation? No.
I've also heard there's
Force of operation is look into this incident, find something.
Is the father's criminal record irrelevant in this investigation? No.
See, he said, is it irrelevant?
So
So
he-
irrelevant means it's not relevant.
Right.
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah.
But then he goes back and tells Dawn, I asked him if it was relevant, and he said no. But he said irrelevant.
No.
I've also heard there's
Force of operation is look into this incident, find something.
Is the father's criminal record irrelevant in this investigation?
See? Irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
And he answers no.
No.
I've also heard
Okay, now this is June 18th. And this is one of the calls with Jeff Bobo. And okay, this isn't where they talk about the criminal history yet. But
Not
that's
yet.
coming up soon.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll be interested in knowing what happened that day. I know it's going to be hard for me to have to relive, but
Well, sir, I was at work, so but from what my wife has told me and stuff, you know, her and her mother and Summer were planting flowers by her grandma's trailer, which is about 20 feet from the house there, real close to the house, and Summer all of a sudden said, "Mom, I want to go in the house." So she said, "Fine." And her brothers were in there watching YouTube. And so she watched her walk in the door and went in there. And then she went in there and her brother said that she was going to go downstairs and play with her toys. So she went downstairs and then Mom come in and says, "Where's Summer?" Well, she's downstairs playing with her toys. And they hollered for her and there was no answer. So she went downstairs and she was nowhere to be found. She went out the basement door. The door was unlocked. But she's never left there. She might be on the other side of the house. Because I went out there before and called for her. She come out from behind the house because she just has to be outside. She's an outside type of person, you know. But she was gone, buddy. And my wife called me and I said, "Hang up for me and call 911 right now." And I was at work and I called 911, threw all my tools that I could in the vehicle, and from Jonesboro, I come out. I made it out here before anybody because
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So that was a lot right there, which we had just talked about some of that. So I didn't know if you guys wanted to pause and
No,
chat about that for a second.
Yep. You notice how he said he got there before anybody, but he was an hour out.
Right. Yep. And that wasn't true because, like Cher said earlier, law enforcement was already there when Dawn got there. And I remember somebody had said, I don't remember if it was Dawn or not, but had said that the law enforcement was parked at the bottom of the driveway. So
Yes.
he couldn't even get up the driveway anyway.
That's right.
So he didn't get there before anybody then.
Right.
No, he's confusing because he knows he was home, but there
Mhm.
was cops there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because he was there when they got there. Because he was already there.
And see, but I don't know, because if he's saying that he called 911 while he was in Jonesboro, then his phone would have automatically gone to Jonesboro 911.
That's true.
And they would have had to have rerouted him to Hawkins County. It would have been the sheriff's department, right? So there's a way to find that out for sure, but we can't get the 911 calls yet. So we won't know that for sure until they start releasing some of the, let people do FOIA requests and get some of that stuff. So.
And is there so many years in between that before they allow that?
I don't know. I don't know how it works. I've never FOIA'd anything, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty new to it. Cher might know better than me, but right, different county, different police.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember. So Jenna, that's right, Dawn. Jenna had said that she had come up on Ziggy's panel when PG was up there, and they were talking about when Dawn got home, and she had said that Dawn got off work early and came home, but Jenna said that she didn't tell the correct time, that he got off work at 3:30, but Jenna had said she didn't say a time or something. I forget, my brain is fuzzy on that, but I do remember her talking about that.
You're right. Yep, you're right. That happened because Candace freaked out and she had to reassure Candace, and Candace was like, "Okay, thank you." But
Yeah.
and it was after that Dawn screamed, "All right, everybody's home."
Yeah, because Jenna shared her text with Candace. That's where the whole conversation happened, was in a text message or in Facebook Messenger or whatever, but it was in print, in writing. In Nashville, TJ? Okay, wait. TJ said Summer's alive, she's in Nashville, and unfortunately she's being used for nothing good. Make sure you say in your opinion, because we don't know for sure.
You need to, TJ, we got to be careful with that. Yeah, make sure you say your opinion. We can't just like make statements like that because it makes it sound like you know for sure.
Uh-oh, did I?
Yeah. Oh yeah, she has a lot of accounts. Yeah. Okay, I'm almost out of here. Hold on.
My Wi-Fi's trying to act like it has a glitch in it.
Trying to act up.
Yes, and it can't be messing with me tonight. I'm going to try to switch my Wi-Fi. So if I get kicked or anything, I'll come right back, but I'm going to switch it real quick here.
That's what happened to me. I had to switch off my Wi-Fi when I left the house and get booted.
Am I still here?
Yeah.
Awesome. I bought an extender for a darn good reason. We're going to use that darn thing. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
That's true, TJ. Dawn did tell us exactly what's happening to her and what she looks like. He did talk about her looks, and he did say, but he said she's probably in a hotel. He didn't say it as a fact, but I do believe that he was putting out information. But we gotta be careful. We still have to just say, in my opinion, allegedly, maybe, possibly, something along those lines. We just don't want anything to be run with fact, like we don't know for a fact, so we don't want rumors being ran with as a fact.
Someone will say that, and then they'll really quick run and be like, "Oh, they just said this, da 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 da," and then it gets like a wildfire, and then
Yeah.
Right. And there's a lot of misinformation in the case anyway, so.
OMG.
Okay. Let me see. We're at 10:01 right now. Where do you want me to stop next, Tammy?
You guys, look at this hottie that just came and picked me up from work.
Oh, sweet.
Right?
Uh-oh.
Oh, Mr. Wolfman.
Uh-oh. And he left the panel.
And he did. He'll have to pal his way back in.
He picked up a hottie and he was like, I'm out of here. Deuces.
Right. It's just, didn't he?
Get you a wolf hottie.
Yeah.
Rawr, okay.
Ah.
Howling at the moon.
Is it out yet over there? I don't think so. Well, it might be. You
It should
can,
be.
yeah, the same time it is here, I think. You can play it through, like, because at 11:27 they ask him about the lie detector test. So if you want to play it through there, because the rest
Okay.
of it is kind of repetitive. What he's already said about he knew she was gone and that, and we've heard that, but you let it play through that.
And he always
Okay.
knew something bad was going to happen this summer.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's right. He told Candace, you better protect my baby.
Mm-hmm.
And Cher, TJ said, you two lovebirds, make sure you turn your mic off, okay?
We made that mistake once. We won't do it again.
Gosh, that was so long ago.
Good times.
Dawn said, get a damn room. I love it. I love chat. Okay, here we go.
Are you going to use?
And when I got home, I drove to the bottom property, and I realized that all my neighbors and stuff were combing the woods looking for her, and I realized right then and there that she was not there. I knew right then and there that she was gone. I just, because she would never leave there on her own. Somebody had taken her out.
That's what I was going to ask you. Is she capable of going through? They've covered miles of area to search.
No, she would never leave because well, for one thing, we have bears and wild dogs, and we got druggies that, come around with other people's houses and stuff, all hours of the night. But this was like at 5:30 in the evening, which makes me think, someone was laying in wait. I've heard somebody say that these people track kids.
Yeah, no
Okay,
bear got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
There would be
He
some
said,
kind of remnants left. Sorry.
Yeah.
And also,
right.
all you have to do is make loud noise, and a bear's gonna run away. Like 9 times out of 10. You know what I mean? So, yeah, no. Well, any kind of animals, there would be something within several miles around that house.
And as many dogs as they had, they would.
Oh, that's true too.
Yeah, they had a yard full of dogs.
And
Yeah, I
see
don't
right
know.
here, though, he said,
Lily didn't make it. I guess her Wi-Fi was bad. TJ's not asking. I'm sorry, but my girl is.
Wi-Fi is never good at the lake. I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
But here, he said this happened around 5:30 in the evening.
Right.
But when Dawn called 911, he said she had only been missing for about 10 minutes. That's what they said on dispatch.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of different. A lot of its inconsistencies through it all.
Right. But this isn't the first time, or the last time, I guess I should say. This isn't the last time that Dawn said 5:30 in the evening either. 5011 dogs on his property. Exactly. 5011 dogs. I say that too. It depends on what type of bear it is, Dawn. I know I just saw a short the other day. You learn so much from some of these shorts on YouTube, okay? I'm telling you what. But I don't remember what kind of bear it was. I think it was a brown bear, not a black bear. But the bear came running towards him, and he started flapping at the bear, and the bear got close to him, but then took off because he scared the bear away by clapping at him. Oh, TJ wants some Cheetos.
Dawn, I just said this earlier. Yeah, that's what TJ said. Are you in the store?
Yeah, we're in the Canadian 7-Eleven.
Yeah. TJ said she wants some Cheetos.
Cheetos. I would ruin Cheetos and Doritos for you because they're ruined for us now. Ugh. Yeah, I can't even say it. I could try it.
Dawn, I said the same thing. I can't imagine Candace walking or running anywhere.
Oh, they got Mr. Beast chocolate bars here. Well, brown bears, same thing. Brown bear, black bears, grizzly. Well, grizzly around there.
It was a brown bear.
You were gonna ask them, weren't you? You were about to. In the Estevan 7-Eleven, we love Pam. You're on
Oh,
a
and
YouTube live.
that
You
makes
wouldn't
sense
say-
though. You have a 500-pound bear and you just piss them off, and then I could see why they would turn around and attack. But I'm wondering, I mean, obviously, like how many headline how many headline news articles or reports or clips have we seen from that area saying that somebody got attacked by a bear?
Yeah.
You know, I've never seen any.
Yeah, I haven't either. I mean, because if you
But,
make,
like-
like I said, and they have make bear spray, and I don't know how good it works, but
Right.
most of the time they say if you make noises, they'll run them. It will scare them off.
But like Cher said, there would be something left behind to show.
I would think, yeah.
There would be a trail, you know, of something that, I mean, it's the same way with Suzanne Morphew's case. Barry Morphew swore up and down, a mountain lion got her, a mountain lion. No mountain lion got her because there was no trail anywhere to prove that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry, my grandbaby is still awake and I have to keep muting to make sure that she's not in there getting hurt. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
You know, someone was laying in wait. I've heard somebody say that these people track kids down on Facebook and find them, and you know, I've heard that story. I mean, I don't know, but all I know is she's definitely not anywhere around there. I think somebody's abducted her and took her out of the area.
Okay, wait, I'm sorry. He talked about Facebook there, and he was like, you know, I've heard, but I don't know. Now, he brings that up again later because he said Candace shared pictures of Summer on her Facebook a lot.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so is that a little tidbit of the truth?
It very well could be.
That just clicked with me that maybe, because I know that there had been talk about, you know, the Red Barrel for sale dancing video as advertisement, and, you know,
twirling.
I have mixed feelings. Right. I have
Yeah.
mixed feelings about that, but for him to mention Facebook so early on like that,
yeah,
just stood out to me. Okay.
Wow. Well, have you noticed anybody suspicious?
No, and you know, and they've done such a good job. They followed every single lead possible. They have tracked down all kinds of people. Yeah, they've tracked down everybody. They even, you know, had me in there, you know, lie detector test on all 9 yards.
They have to rule out every possibility.
Yes, absolutely. You know, so it didn't bother me to do it whatsoever. I understand that. And a lot of times the parents are responsible. You know,
it's the recent history that's been the case, or not a family member.
Right, absolutely, yes. But
Now, just a reminder, this was right after Evelyn Boswell was finally reported missing, and right now, her mother is on trial.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
for her murmur. So, and people had even compared Candace to Megan Boswell on Facebook because that was something that Don brought up. I think in this phone call too.
Don brought up the Boswell case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he sure did. Lots of times and privately. Wasn't he helping search for that little girl?
Oh, that I don't know.
And Fred too, or something? Wasn't it Megan Boswell? Yeah, there's some links in those two cases that we could do conspiracies for days with. But
Well,
yeah,
in
yeah,
Sebastian's case, Chris Proudfeet talks about Summers' case.
Yep. And the
Amen.
Watts case, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think he said it. A couple of times. But do you know for sure he took a lie detector test? Did Don for
Yeah,
sure?
Lawson confirmed that they did and
yeah,
passed.
Don. So Candace had to do a couple. Don had to do one. They wanted Don to come in and do another one, and he's refused ever since then. The first one he did not pass. It was inconclusive. And then ever since then, his attorney, aka Tim Mullen, said no more. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure he did the first one. But if he did, it was inconclusive anyways. But yeah. That's what's up with that. And I'm not sure if Candace actually passed, because I do know for a long time they were asking, I was on the phone when they were asking them, would they come and do it again? And they were uncooperative. So, and that's when Ronnie Lawson finally said out loud, they're not cooperating because they wouldn't come in and do the more polygraphs and stuff and talk with them. So that's when Ronnie said, that's fine. I'm going to say that they lawyered up and they're not cooperating, and they didn't lawyer up because Tim Mullen is not an attorney.
I was going to say, yeah. Yeah. I didn't think he was, but he's obviously acting like one, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, see, I'm going to have to find it, but I know that I had, in one of these playlists, I had the clip where Lawson had said that they had taken and passed, and I'm pretty sure I have the clip where he said they lawyered up, too, and they quit cooperating. But I don't remember his exact words. I would like to hear it one more time. I don't know if it's in this collection or maybe in, I don't know. I'll have to find it. I'm trying to look real quick if I had it. I'm not seeing it. Okay, I'll hit play and I'll keep looking though. Just so we can hear it for sure.
We don't associate with all that people. We try to associate with church people and stuff like that, And Summers, they got a lot of friends in church. They just love her to death,
Where y'all go to?
Seventh-day Adventist, right across the street from Walmart, there in Kingsport.
Oh.
Yeah, we was going to the Baptist church, but when I found out the tree Sabbath on Saturday, I wanted to go to a Saturday going church, so I thought I'd go check them out one time, and we've been there ever since.
Oh, wow. What have you all been doing while this has all been going on?
Just trying to cope. With everything.
Yeah.
Talking to the police. I can't be alone right now for some reason, and so if I have to, I'll go down there and talk to the police and just hang out with them, because I just can't be alone right now. I don't know.
How are Summer's brothers doing?
They're coping with it better than me and their mother are. I don't understand that, but when they really think about it, they're upset, but they're coping with it way better. Especially the youngest one. It's like I don't know. It's weird to me, but
it doesn't seem real to them.
Yeah. I
see that right there. And the one that he did with Josie under his armpit, he said that they weren't doing well, but now they're doing way better than Dawn and Candace are.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I was talking about earlier, how that changes quite a bit.
Yep, exactly. Okay, and see, Dawn said, okay, there was a news article that Lawson came out and said that they both, Dawn and Candace, had passed their polygraphs, and it was later on in the case, but he did say it. I'm searching for it. I'm determined, so I'm going to find it one way or another. Even if I have to clip it again and share it again, and I find it tomorrow, I'm going to hunt until I find it, because I do remember him saying that, but I want to hear his wording on what he said, because it came out on Dr. Phil. And then Lawson was asked, it was after Dr. Phil.
It was after
Okay.
Dr. Phil?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they talked about it. That's right, TJ. I'll be up until 5 o'clock in the morning again, watch. I was up until 5 this morning fighting with my new printer over here. But I finally got it working, I think. But yeah, it was because Dr. Phil had said that they both had taken and passed their polys. But we didn't know if he had confirmed that or if he was just getting that from Dawn and Candace. And then Lawson did a quick interview and he confirmed it there.
Okay.
He was talking to Ansley Daniels. Had the coffee cup sitting on his table. Oh, that's right. Okay, so it was the one that was in his office. Okay, you're helping me narrow this down. Thank you, Dawn. I love good photographic memory. It was the third one that she took. See, I don't think Lawson didn't clarify how many they had taken, but I know that Dawn had said that Candace had to take multiple.
Yeah, they wanted
And
her
then,
to, but she wouldn't.
right,
She took
because then
2 for sure. But they
Dawn
wanted
said
to.
later that TBI or that Hawkins County wanted her to take another one, but he told her no, not unless TBI wanted her to.
Hawkins County wanted all 3 of them to take more, and Grandis denied, Dawn denied, and Candace finally said no more. I don't think she
Right.
actually did 3, but they definitely wanted 3. She did 2 for sure. The one was inconclusive, so they didn't think nothing of it, which people wouldn't, because if we're going, like that, well, Seth Rogers didn't pass his first one either. That was non-conclusive. So when you're stressed out like that, even if you're a liar or not,
right,
you're put in a situation, it's stressful.
Yeah.
And I mean that on
absolutely.
Candace's, by the way.
And that's
I'm not
why when
calling
they
Seth a
talked about
liar.
Candace taking the first one,
Yep.
right. No, even when Candace took her first one and I heard about it, I was like, I'm not surprised. If that were me and my child was missing, I would be a wreck too. And I probably wouldn't be able to take a test and pass and, because it's stressful just from what I've seen, how the polys go, so I couldn't imagine sitting in a room being questioned, did you do something to your child, and not react to those questions or not being medicated at that time or, whatever. So I wasn't surprised that she had to take more than one.
Me either. Yeah.
I was surprised that they passed.
I was too.
I still don't believe Lawson.
Yeah.
I mean, law enforcement can lie.
We don't know that they passed. Like you said, Lawson or Pruitt, they can tell that they passed, but all they're doing is using a tactic to try and make those guys feel comfortable. Oh, law thinks we passed. Oh, they think we're good, but we don't know because they're allowed to lie as a tactic. And they're not going to come out publicly, like TBI and the law is not going to come out publicly and be like, guess what, world? Guess what, YouTubers? Chris Proudfoot's lying. Like, they're just not going to do that.
Right.
So they can say whatever they want publicly. And
well, even with Lawson coming out and saying, yes, that they both took polys and passed, it doesn't matter because they're not going to go to court and say, because they can't lie about evidence that may be used in court later on, because then the defense would eat that up. They would say, well, you said back on this date that this happened and now you're saying something different, so that could hurt the state's case. But when they're talking about a polygraph test, that doesn't matter because those aren't submissible in court anyway.
Exactly. They're admissible in court. So yeah, I mean, they can come out and say that. And it's a tactic. It makes them feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, Bonnie Lawson believes this.
It's just a tool to help them.
Right.
One thing I will tell you is no, they don't. Because when you get Cher calling you up crying and, I don't know, should I keep him talking? Am I even being helpful? I don't want to harm the case. I only want to help the case. Like, what should I do with this information? Keep him talking as long as you are comfortable. That right there, when I specifically said, like, do you want me to, like, butt out? Like, what's going on? Like, that's their time to say, we don't need you. Thanks, or not, no thanks, whatever. They didn't have to tell me shit. But they certainly didn't just tell me, keep him talking as long as you're comfortable, just for fun.
Right. Right.
Just like the cops driving Chris around for locations wasn't just besties getting in a car and cruising.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he was the only one that they did that.
He's so lucky.
Right?
How lucky of him to be treated just like, most serial killers.
Right.
But there's no evidence, Cher. There's no evidence. That's the best thing about this is Sebastian disappeared without leaving behind any evidence.
That's right. You know what? In a missing kid, when my stepson's missing, I would say some dumb shit like that. That is the best part of this is he left without a trace.
And he says he didn't say that, but there's people's
He
names.
said that shit.
Yeah, he said it. And people have
It was Shay's safe place. She clipped him saying it, and then she clipped him saying that he never said it.
Right. Such a smart ass. I love her channel.
Yep. Those are the best videos to make, though. When liars forget their own lies. I have a whole series in Monkey Vaughn's case with Stacy doing that shit. You liar, you did say that.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yep.
But,
Like in Monkey's case, he said that.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, he blames his everything on his alcohol syndrome that he has.
Right. Yeah, fetal alcohol syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. Well, he said that Sarah never went into Tina's house in Kuna, Braden's mom's house. But in the very first interview that he did with Brooks, he said she went in the house to go pee. But then later he said she never went in the house. She peed on the side of the road. And no, she didn't wipe. I know it's gross, but no, she didn't wipe.
Oh,
liar.
Yeah.
Liar.
Ugh.
Nasty.
Yeah.
He's too easy to catch up in lies. I swear. Like, at least with Chris, he plays with word salad. Dawn plays word salad. Like it's a little bit harder to catch them in lies. With Stacy, it's so easy.
Yeah.
I do too, TJ. I got a whole roll in the back of my truck. And I always have napkins in my glove box. So if I gotta go, I gotta go. Okay. It doesn't matter where it is. I know how to do it on the side of the road.
Right.
No shame in my game.
Under the truck.
Same. Me too.
Oh, that's right. We can't talk about Chris's truck. He might get upset.
Why? We're not privy to the information on the truck?
You are not.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Well, because law enforcement said that it pinged on the 20. Right, crystal clear.
Yeah.
It pinged on the 25th or the 26th in the neighborhood.
Can't say that, Mandy. You just violated HIPAA.
I know. Sue me.
Law enforcement said I cannot talk about that.
Yeah.
Not tell you when I was home last.
Even though law enforcement said they never told him he couldn't talk about anything. Boom. Wolfie, I would hope so. I mean, any female that's ever had a child or, that's what I blame it on. I've had 2 children, all natural. And since then, if I got to go, you better get out of my way because I am running to the bathroom, okay?
Yep.
Oh, goodness. Okay, here we go. I'll go back 5 seconds.
Real to him.
Yeah. I mean, the most I've done is watch the news a little bit. I can't focus on nothing.
What have you all been doing while this has all been going on?
Just trying to cope. Just trying to cope with everything.
Yeah.
Talking to the police. I can't be alone right now for some reason, and so if I have to, I'll go down there and talk to the police and just hang out with them, because I just can't be alone right now. I don't know. I just.
Whatever.
Okay, wait. This just hit me. He can't be alone. When I recorded this, I rewound it. That's why we're hearing it again. I didn't rewind back that far just now. But when I was recording it, I rewound because it hit me wrong that he said he couldn't be alone right now.
Right. That's
Okay,
one of
well,
my points I wrote down, that he can't be alone. Yep.
It just hit me right now why I think he can't be alone right now, because he can't be alone with his own thoughts of what is happening or happened to his child.
Right.
If he's alone, then he has time to think and ponder and yep.
About what he's done or what happened.
Yep. Exactly, Wolfie. Exactly. There's Yep. And that's happened to me a time or two too, okay? That's right. Hit the thumbs up. How many thumbs up do we have?
I don't know.
Somebody go hit it. See what the final number is at this very minute. All right, ready?
Ready.
How are Summer's brothers doing?
They're coping with it better than me and their mother are, and I don't understand that. But when they really think about it, they're upset, but they're coping with it way better. Especially the youngest one. It's like I don't know. It's weird to me, but
it doesn't seem real to them.
Yeah. But me, the most I've done is watch the news a little bit. I can't focus on nothing. Originally I'm from Utah, and I met my wife in Arkansas, and we come out here to help my mother because she got sick, and then she ended up dying from I can't remember what it's called, but anyways, but she left us that property, and we've been there ever since.
Okay.
We've made Tennessee our home. There's a lot of good people here.
When did y'all move here?
About 13 years ago from Arkansas. I was about to help my mother because she was in need.
So your kids, this has been their only home then? They're
Yes, sir.
Born and raised?
Yes, sir. Well, except for my oldest one, he was born in Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the rest, I think, the rest were all born here. Yes.
And does your wife?
Okay, so right there, he talks about his oldest being born in Arkansas. Tammy, you and I were just talking about this because that was when Rosemarie Bly came up missing. So, just in case everybody doesn't know, Summer isn't the only person missing in this family. Candace's sister is also missing. And it was later we're going to hear when they do their news interview and Candace is wearing her brand new beautiful blue tank top that's not on backwards or inside out. She said then we were back, or one of them said they were back and forth between Arkansas and Tennessee at the time that Rose vanished.
Right. Yep, both of them. They said they were between states. They couldn't nail down where they were. Yep.
Yep.
That's
so I just wanted to point that out. Okay.
I have a Wisconsin connection.
Yes. Well, her sister, my wife's sister, come up missing. I don't remember how many years ago it was, but they never found no trace of her either.
Where was that?
I don't know. I really don't know. I never paid attention to any of that part of it.
Do you know where she grew up in Wisconsin?
I sure don't.
What part of that did he pay attention to? Just wondering. I didn't pay attention to that part of it. What?
Yeah, that didn't make any sense whatsoever.
No, it's a weird thing to say.
It was.
You found it, Dawn? Okay, hold on.
It's a short, she said.
Yep. I just clicked on it. Let's see. Okay, this isn't from the one from my channel.
I just want to brag for a minute.
Let's hear it.
Hold on. My Wolfman,
Wolfman Jack.
he picked me up from work and took me to 7-Eleven to get a treat. How cool is that?
Wow, you got treated at 7-Eleven?
Yeah, spoiled. He got me not just one ooze tube, 2 ooze tubes.
Oh my goodness.
I'm an adult. And I worked hard.
And I worked hard.
Now
You
I'm
are
eating a
so
corn dog. Yes. Somebody save Mark, please.
Oh, save me. Oh, save me, Jesus.
Poor Mark. Oh,
So poor
he's so abused.
Yeah,
I
he
know.
looks abused.
Right?
He says loving every second of it.
That's right. It depends on what you call abuse.
That's right. And it
Hibbity
depends on who you ask.
Right?
Hibbity dibbity.
Okay, so I have that in my history now, so we can pop it up and play it before we end. But I'm still looking for where Lawson actually said it. That was on News Nation, where Brian Inton said that he had spoken to Lawson and Lawson confirmed it. So we can play that one, and that is wonderful. Thank you so much for finding it, Dawn. But I know that I have
Thank you, Dawn.
words saying it somewhere on my channel too. So I'm not
She
giving
sent
up.
me one too, and we can play it next time. She sent me
Okay.
or did you send me the same one, Dawn, or did you send me one and her a different one?
It's probably the same one then.
Okay.
I betcha. Oh, that'd be awesome, Dawn. I can't remember if it's a short or if it's a video.
Ooh, lemon heads are the shit. I haven't seen lemon heads anywhere for a long time.
Oh. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. Let me hop back over here. Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Well, yeah, I have a criminal history. I do, when I was in Utah when I was younger, but I've turned my life around, doing my best to be a commandment keeper, for sure.
Oh, Lord.
Me and myself, they can do whatever they want to me as long as my kids are safe, that's how I feel.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so, what is your plan now? I mean, what is your outlook?
Well, my only plan now is just, no matter what happens, either way, I'm stay in church, be a commandment keeper, and wait for the resurrection day, buddy.
Yeah.
That's all we can all do,
The resurrection.
Hope for someone being found?
Well, I have hope, but statistically speaking, or looking at it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, that part bothers me so bad.
Yeah.
1551.
Do you see Justin
So this was
backstage?
on June 18th.
On which one?
Justin
Say that
backstage?
again.
Is Justin backstage?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was looking at my notes.
I didn't know if I sent him the wrong link again or what. Sorry to interrupt.
Justin's here.
I think so.
You're fine.
I was looking at my
Justin!
notes. I did not see sweet Justin back there. I'm sorry.
That's okay. How you doing?
How you doing?
Good. Good. Thanks for having me.
Yes. Love to have you. We are talking about the craziness with Dawn.
Yes. I know. It's really, really great.
We're in church right now, by the way.
Hallelujah.
In case you want to know where we're at.
I hope you guys all join me Sunday. Justin and Mandy, for sure, because I'm calling it the halfway house, the common area for a Sebastian Rogers chat, where some of it, I'm going to use some of the conversations I had with Dawn. I have some questions, and I want it to be a place, like I was telling Mandy and Tammy earlier, Justin, where there's a lot of people that they don't want to take a side, and that's fair. You know, they're not quite Team Proudfoot or Team Rogers, and that's okay. You really just need to be Team Sebastian, right? At the end of the day.
Mhm.
And there's some people I think that are too worried to even ask questions that without getting attacked. So I'd like to do that Sunday, and I think you and Mandy just have a wealth of knowledge on Sebastian's case specifically, where I have that wealth of knowledge in Summer's case because I didn't want to go that deep in Sebastian's because I saw what was happening, and I think the right people have it covered. So, but yeah, I'd like you guys to join me Sunday evening for On the Fence show. What about this on this side? Like, no sides, asking all of the questions with a safe place and safe creators that won't attack.
though.
You know, if they do,
Right.
that's not what it's about, and they're going to be blocked. But if they're coming honestly, and we can tell them apart. You know, we're all good at that, and I have questions as well. So
Let's do it.
but I'm glad you're here tonight. But yeah, so Sunday night. But
Yeah.
pretty sure candy's good, Eve. Yeah. Sorry to
Okay.
interrupt. I don't know where we were at. I'll shut up now.
No, you're okay. I was just pointing out that this is on June 18th. Okay. This is the news interview or the phone call interview with Jeff Bobo on June 18th. So this
Yep.
is day 3 that Dawn is saying this stuff.
What timestamp are you
So 15:51.
at? Okay.
So I'm going to go back probably 10 seconds and then we'll keep playing.
Okay.
A tough thing to think about.
Well, I have hope, but statistically speaking, or looking at it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. A tough thing to think about.
Well, yeah, of course. I'd feel for anybody in that position. I'm sure you would too. Any kid that's being tortured or hurt in any way, and missing their parents and their good friends at church and stuff like that. Just unimaginable what she's going through.
Yeah.
So I think I pray for us for peace for her somehow. I wish she could have told Jesus better.
Mandy,
or
can
something,
you
but
rewind
she's
that
so
like
young.
10 seconds? I swear it just sounded like a crack for a second that he was about to say, I pray for, like, did he almost say forgiveness?
Yeah, his wording was really weird right there. Like,
It was
this
a
is all
very
rubbing
quick
me so
self-edit.
wrong.
Is this
Yeah.
a phone
Right.
call
Yes.
Yes.
with
Jeff
him?
Bobo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff Bobo.
Was you on the
phone
phone
call.
with him? Who's this phone call with?
Jeff Bobo, the
Thank you
Times
for
News
asking, Justin.
Oh,
guy.
gotcha. Okay.
I thought he was on a panel. Okay.
No.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, it's Times News interview with Dawn over the phone on June 18th.
June 18th. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jeff Bobo called him a few different times, and that's what the next, it looks like 2 clips are both from a phone call with Jeff also.
Yeah. On June 21st, is that the same interview? Is that another interview with the same person?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, see, he talked to him on the 21st, and then he talked to him again on the 22nd, which is my birthday, because that was when his criminal history was being talked about on social media. So
Yeah.
Jeff called him about his criminal history. So Jeff kept in really good contact with him. Got him to talk quite a bit. Okay, let me hit play here and go back.
She don't know. I wish her friends at church hurt in any way, and missing their parents.
That part right there, any kid that's being tortured on
Yeah,
day 3. Sorry, Tammy.
No. Go ahead. I was just going to say, why
It's
would
just-
you even think about that? Why would that even cross your
Right.
mind?
On day 3.
Yeah.
Hi, Marlena.
I like to break it down into hours to make it sound like that is 72 hours or less. Like,
Right.
no, because days, people are all days, but like this is hours. Like he probably still didn't sleep in that 72 hours. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Crazy. Marlena. Do you remember this conversation, Justin? Because I did not remember this until tonight.
I need to hear more of it.
Okay.
Not as of now.
Okay.
I remember him doing it with. Oh, okay. This is when he. This is in the very, 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 very beginning. This is the phone call with Jeff Bovo from the Gazette or the News or paper or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, from
Yes.
the Times News.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Justin, this is a video that I made. You know, I covered the West Boys case, and when we got further into the case, we tried to go back to the beginning and find news clips and articles and stuff that had like specified something, and we were trying to validate it again, and we couldn't find them. It was like they were being deleted or removed or taken down or whatever. So when I started with Summer's case, I went through and recorded all of these interviews and whether it was news or Facebook or if it was on YouTube, which we get there later. We're not there yet. But, you know, the first month, 2 months actually was nothing but news and Facebook, basically. And so I put them in chronological order and made like 3 different videos of all of that. And then I made a couple where it was just nothing but Dawn's Facebook post in chronological order also. So that way I had documentation for myself, but then I made them public for everybody, you know, because I think this information is so important to be able to go back at the beginning and listen to the way that things evolved and changed and, you know, the words that were actually said.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
So this is video 1. We started
Good
right
at
back at the
archiving all that stuff.
very beginning.
That's a strength of yours, is archiving all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I like to have, you know, if I say something, I like to be able to have proof to back it up. And so I guess, I don't know, I'm OCD about stuff like that.
Yeah.
You call it a strength, I call it a curse, you know?
You're funny. It's so funny.
It's a blessing for many of us creators. So thank you, Lovey.
Yes, exactly.
Right. It's definitely, I think it's helpful. So, okay, here we go. And tell her out now. I need a lawyer. It's Mandy. DJ's always calling me a lawyer. Detective.
I'd feel for anybody in that position. I'm sure you would too. You know, any kid that's being tortured or hurt in any way. You know, and missing their parents and their good friends in church and stuff like that. You know, just unimaginable what she's going through. Yeah.
He's just around so many kids that are tortured and getting hurt. Like
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And that goes back to, we'll have to get there, but the whole thing of Tim Mullen freaking out over the California thing. I keep saying I was going to talk about it, but I haven't yet because it's a lot. I thought they were talking about the attorney that was out of California that Dawn was talking to, but Tim, anyways, Dawn's been around a lot of kids that he now knows are kidnapped kids who were all doing coke, and I have so much shit recorded.
So strange.
So weird. Like he's used to being around. The way he just said that, it's like you're around. He said it so nonchalantly, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like I'm always around abused kids and tortured kids. What do you mean? Like you're not?
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that the first thing you would think of if somebody got kidnapped?
Freaking scary. It really
There's-
is.
Yeah.
There's a side to Dawn that I don't think a lot of us know.
No,
you know what
no,
I mean?
I
I think it's darker than even we think.
Yeah.
I agree 1,000%.
But which is it? Which is it? Is he going to
I
see
think
her in the
Candace is,
resurrection,
too.
or is she being tortured, or is he going to see her in the resurrection? Like, which is it?
Yeah.
You know, I wondered that too, Mandy, because Don, if there's one thing he is good at, they will plan, these distractions. So was that like something they planned? Oh, let's throw him off. She's really alive. I'll start talking about resurrection. But no, because at the same time as him being street smart, he's also a dumbass. And I think,
right.
I think personally she is past. I do. And that's because,
I do too. I'm just saying, like, I think, or is he saying she's being tortured until she passes? So I'm never going to see her again anyway. You know, I know she's going through this torture right now, but I'm not there. I won't see her until I die too, you know?
I think the torture was before she passed. I think whatever she went through in her few short years.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think there's, I mean, humans are complex. We're a bunch of things.
Messy, yep. Yeah.
But I think with almost like with Don, like, and certain people, there's almost like they're two different beings. There's this, like
Yeah.
you see like Dahmer and all of them, how they say they go into like this mode. And I think with him, it's the same way. I think there's this, party, coked out hookers, sex and drugs and everything else. And then I think but he wants to, also be right with the Lord. You know what I mean? At
Yeah.
times. And I think so. I think it's very conflicted.
Yeah. It's like he's two different people.
Exactly. Sorry, my monkey just yelled.
Wolfie, that's true. You'd never allow yourself to think that they're being tortured after just 3 days. You'd be losing your freaking mind. And 9 times out of 10, people's minds don't go there. Mark, for the longest, his mind didn't want to. And I don't like to think that a mom and dad is abusing in every which way their child. That's not fun for me to think or know.
You don't want to think that. That's the last thing you
No.
want to think when your child's
But it's
missing.
the first thing Dawn's jumping to. Even Candace doesn't jump to that right away, but Dawn's right there, all about it. Yeah, it's no problem. So like Justin said, there's a very, very dark man in there that scares even
Well, and then
himself.
when he was talking to Ernie Shell, he went into even more detail about her being, I can't say his words, but her being hit or, in a hotel room. And, he said
hit on
different
her
words.
fucking head with a fucking hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to even think that, but these words came out of his mouth.
Right, but that's not what he was saying. He said beat the F out of when he was talking to Ernie. But, like that stuff, like it's hard for me to even say, and it's not my child, like
Yeah.
and he just says it so freely, like, it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
Just rolled right out of his mouth.
It makes my stomach turn to just even fathom something like that. I just different lives, I guess,
He does, Marlena. Absolutely. He has a fascination with 5-year-olds. Absolutely. All his life he has. Well, since teenagers or whatever.
Well, those text messages where Don said his uncle, from a very young age, they watched Sick, PORN and stuff in magazines and all that.
Yes, I was bringing that up earlier tonight.
And the psychology of like a fetish, if you get, you really get into it, it can be something that from a very young age that stimulated you, if you will. Do you get what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And things that happen, I think something happened to Don at something like this, and he said that they were underage or something to that effect, right? In that, I've got the message somewhere. I think that was what always aroused him after that.
Oh, and remember, are you talking about when he was talking about one of Allie's children?
So
Remember when he said something about one of them had a hot body or something.
He said one of them. Yeah, he
A
said a body from hell. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
But there's just been, other things with the 16-year or the young girl that he took home or back to his hotel in California and stuff. Those are things that he's admitted to, right?
Yeah.
Right.
We know we have the public self, the self that we're talking, right now, the personal self that we talk to our families or our closest friends, and then the secret self that nobody will ever know. Right? He told that to the world, that
Yep.
and there's these themes with Don of taking young girls. He says, I take this girl back to the hotel, or something about her mom or something like that. And bad things were happening. He says another story that it was another hotel about he saw bad things happening to children, right? Young individuals.
Yeah.
And then he says the thing with the young his uncle showed them young ORN, and then the body from hell comment. And then there's this child out in the yard after Summer went missing, he says, and he wanted to protect this child or something
Oh,
like
I
that.
remember
And,
that. Yep.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's these commonalities, and so we do know that he broke in a woman's garage and took her panties and said that he was going to use them to masturbate to, right? So
Yep.
We were talking
that
earlier
takes a
about,
lot of energy to do something like that.
yeah. We were talking about him being a panty thief earlier.
Well, yeah, and he was still doing it because Benny found panties in his truck whenever he went on that coke binge.
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember
He didn't
that.
learn.
And so I looked it up because I couldn't remember what the names were, Justin. It's the public life, the private life, and the secret life.
Secret life. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's almost like with him, he doesn't have a line between public and private.
I
He
think he
shares
does.
his private life.
No, I think he does.
He does.
Well, I
He
mean,
just doesn't give a shit.
I think that there is things that he does give a shit about, but I just don't think will know.
Right.
It just scares me
Unless he
what's
is
in his
caught.
secret life.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Bingo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I
the
put a
scariest
bingo
part.
card on there.
Oh, okay. Ready?
Yep.
Ready.
Oh, she could have told Jesus better or something, but she's so young. She don't know what all that stuff means in church, Unimaginable what she's going through. Yeah. So the only thing I pray for is for peace for her somehow. I wish she could have told Jesus better or something, but she's so young. She don't know what all that stuff means in church, But
I don't think God has that against children.
oh no, not at all. I just wish she had peace of mind. That's all.
Do you have any hope that this is all going to end well?
I have hope, buddy, but you looked at the statistics of it all. I mean, through our church and other churches, the worldwide prayer, was going on for her. So, plus all the law enforcement agents that are praying and everybody, we're just hoping that God will turn it around. Somehow, some miraculous way, but
All right. Well, I know I'm taking up a lot of your time, and I really appreciate it.
You're fine, buddy. Thank you so much.
Take care. I'm praying for you, and I'm praying for your family.
Thank you, sir. God bless you. Thank you.
Okay, so now this one is from June 21st, and it's with Jeff Bobo also.
We still got our God, and we still, I mean, you know what I mean? He's got to put our faith and trust in him. He's the only one that knows where she's at.
Right. Well, I guess I just wanted to ask a couple of quick questions about, since we last spoke, have there been any new developments or any
Mandy, can you pause
changes
it for a second?
No, not at all.
Tammy, I was
Absolutely.
wondering, you said at that spot. I was wondering what you were thinking, Tammy, when you said that. Or
Which time? 'Cause I've said
just
it.
right before I said pause it, when he said only God knows where she is. You said,
Because only God does know where she is, and He knows that.
Mhm.
Him and God. I mean, He says it like nobody, law enforcement's not going to find out where she's at. Nobody's going to know where she's at. Only God's going to know where she's at, because He's thinking nobody's ever going to find her,
Right. Yeah.
and He's
Mhm.
always bringing
And
God
if
to
she is
everything.
where I think she is,
Yeah.
if
Do we
she
think
if
that
she is
Dawn
where I
knows where
think
she
she
is?
is, I don't think she will be found. I don't think he does. I don't think Dawn or Candace know where she is.
No, I think Tim Mullen does. But I don't think Dawn and Candace know where she's actually at right now.
I think they planned it that way so that when they did take their polygraphs, if they were
Mhm.
asked, they could say no and pass.
Exactly. Yep. Yep.
And He's always bringing God into it every time He gets uncomfortable. He always starts talking about God in the church.
Yeah, that's his easy filler.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people will just talk. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's easy for him to fall back and use the jailhouse God crutch, and
Mm-hmm.
it's been engraved in his brain because he's in that cult with all those people. So that's easy filler for him. He can just talk out of his ass, not even make sense, but then he'll just keep acting like he's, Prophet Don. And
Because every time he starts just going on and on about it, the guy interviewing him, he either stops the interview or changes the subject, because he does it every time he interviews him.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think that Jeff Bobo must have a level of religion that Dawn knows about, because, like in the last phone call, he said, I wish that Summer could have gotten to know God better, but she's just so young. And, and he was like, I don't think God holds children accountable for stuff,
Right.
God isn't
Yeah.
going to judge the child because the child didn't get to know God better, So I like that he cut him off and was like, you're dumb. That doesn't make sense.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of shutting down.
Yeah. He did shut him down. Yeah.
But I see it like prison religion. It's like every time he goes to jail, he finds God, and he bullshits his way through by using the Bible, and I've never heard
Bingo.
him use any Bible verse.
No, he doesn't. He just talks about it.
Mm-hmm.
He talks about
He's never quoted the Bible.
Mary Ellen or whoever her name is.
So,
Right.
fun fact, the Seventh-day Adventists really love to recruit their members they go to the jails and prisons and recruit their members. That's how the Seventh-day Adventists work. And when Don says, well, I found out about him when I was in prison, that's why. And I promise you, he probably met Tim while he was in prison so. Very, very weird, but.
Well, I mean, it's a good way to do it, I guess. It seems like a lot of people that go to prison get religious after they get there.
Yeah.
So it's just when they get out, do they keep it, or do they go back to their old ways and then use the religion that they learned as a crutch?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because I think that's what he does.
Yeah.
And you said something about the Bible verses. He knows his Bible verses because he sent me many Bible verses. I'll say that. I've got them.
Weird.
Very.
That's weird.
And was he ever upset when I got that book? I think I'm gonna draw a name and send that The White Lie about ex-members wrote a book together from the Seventh-day Adventists calling out all of the lies and fuckery. It's quite telling. It's very much Lori Daybell and Chad Daybell vibes. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
It's end times motivated. It's
portals.
Yeah, it's really fucked up. They're crazier than Scientology, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got like
No, not Bible verses he Googled. You'll see his hand holding open the Bible and him taking pictures. I'll show you guys. You'll see it 3 times. I got lots of stuff I can show you guys that I haven't.
Yeah.
I just never know what
He did that on your panel one time. He was on your panel one time.
Did he pull? Oh yeah, because he used to want to do Bible studies
standing outside
too.
of the house.
Do Bible studies.
Yeah, he would want to
Because
do
he
Bible
put his
studies with
sister's glasses on, remember?
Yes, Sonia's glasses.
Do you remember that? Troy?
I do remember that.
Yeah, he was trying to read out of the Bible, and he was
He
on your
got the
panel.
glasses
You don't
out of the
remember
car glove box. I do remember that. Yep.
Yep, and he said, "These are my sister's glasses."
What were they doing in his glove box?
It's a good question, and I remember
His
everyone
sister had
freaking
just
out then
visited.
about the glasses. Yeah, Sonia had visited him.
The only sister, the only sibling out of
To
how
defend
many?
him.
Like 9?
Yeah, it's his blood sister.
That even still talk to him.
Yeah.
Right. But like out of all of his siblings that he grew up with, Sonia is the only one who still talks to him.
Yeah.
Is she older? Younger?
And see, so I thought Candace was jealous of like Mary or Jeannie because there was a whole situation of Dawn going to Utah for a couple of days, something. This is so long ago now. But anyways, Dawn, like, I got the vibes that Candace was very jealous and almost thought Dawn was cheating on her with his sister. But I was thinking Mary and Jeannie at the time. And now I'm wondering if it wasn't Sonia. No, I'm not trying to be funny. Like this is real talk. I'm just kind of wondering, like, I don't know. And I'm just gonna keep that in my brain. Never mind. I'm thinking all kinds.
I'm going to try to get that out of my brain now.
Sorry. Well, anyway.
Well, in this video, in Mandy's video, further in it, I can't remember how far in it is. He talks about Candace, about when Candace pressed charges against him. I think it was, I can't remember the year. But he was working, I thought he said in Utah, and he had Josie with him.
Yes.
Yeah, this was about 10 months before Summer went missing.
And he wouldn't let Josie leave like the camper or something. Like he was very.
Yeah, Mary said when Josie was in the house, he got in trouble for being in there or something.
Yeah, he was like really not supposed to basically breathe or look at anyone, especially not talk to. And why? Because, well, kids say things, right? So what did they know back then?
He didn't want them telling.
Yep.
But he also said Candace was jealous of him there.
That's what I'm saying.
He was cheating on her.
But he was with his sister.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't realize it was with his sister, though, that she thought
That's what always confused me, like, for the longest time. And that I was thinking it was Mary or Jeannie. And I'm thinking, Mary and Jeannie definitely not. But maybe Sonia.
Your sister again.
Yeah. not fine. I don't know, but
Are they back?
that's what's been going through my mind. I was wondering if he was.
Do you know if they're back together?
I heard that. What we all know to be true. Apparently, we're liars or whatever. So yeah, I think that they are, but I don't know because I'm hearing both ways now.
Well, they don't got the Subaru. That was
totaled, right?
totaled. Don almost totaled himself. He set up
Yeah.
on the damn hill for a week, not going to the hospital.
Oh.
That's when he was on Facebook or something, when he was starting all that Facebook shit.
Right. Yep.
I wonder who Don's girlfriend was. I would love to know that.
Isn't it still the same someone in the church? A young girl at that church? No?
Oh, I don't know. I've never known.
Now, see, I haven't
I'll do
heard
some
any of
snipping.
this stuff. I heard that they split up and that Don was living in Utah again. And I
Yeah.
heard that because
Yeah, he's
when
in.
Chris McDonough went live the other night. But that's
Yeah,
all I
'cause he's
know.
been
That's all
there for some
the
time.
team heard.
Don's in Utah?
I didn't know he totaled his Subaru. Yeah.
My goodness.
I
He
don't
made
know
a
if
new
he
Facebook
stays
page.
put in Utah, but he was in Utah recently.
Yeah. Yeah, he was in Utah recently, but
Well,
But
his,
I know he likes Arkansas a lot
his
too, and
dad
so does
passed
Granddad.
away.
yeah, this was
Mary said that his dad passed away, and there was rumor that he was still there, that she hadn't seen him yet, but there was
Yeah.
rumor that he was still there because he came after his dad passed.
oh, his dad.
And she also said that Donnie, little Donnie, and I can't remember Margie, little Donnie and Margie had done some shitty shit after Mary's dad passed away. And so she was like, she wasn't happy with any of them.
That house was probably gutted within 10 minutes.
Right.
Oh, well, Mom is still there.
Yeah, but I don't think she's very
Mary's
well
mom
off
is
either.
He's not. Yeah, but she needs a lot of help. She can't.
Yeah, she has a
Doesn't she?
helper because Mary said
But,
that the helpers that are in the house have been made aware that if Dawn.
Yeah, I'm sure Mary and them were taking care of Don, making sure that he wasn't messing with anybody. Right? So, but Don's dad was the one that always kind of protected him, right? He doesn't have that anymore.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that, but he's got that damn church. He's got another grown ass man in his 60s controlling his every which way like he's a fucking toddler. So his dad was sick and ill and not really able to do much for a long time now.
Yeah. Their asses should be in prison, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They've done this to a kid. He's got away with everything, his whole life. Mandy, does Mandy get kicked?
I think she.
Well, Don and
Baby,
Candace are
come back.
going to stay separated. I'll tell you that much right now.
Yeah.
There's just too much there that the church, which, hello, more red flags, is going to do all they can to always make sure that they're good.
Yeah.
Otherwise, and I'm going to knock on wood, but I'm going to say my honest opinion is I always did think that there'd be some freak accident and we find out that Candace has passed.
Yeah, it's going to come to that.
Yeah. And I
took
think
the
that's
words out
going
of
to
my mouth.
happen in like possibly this year or early on the next year. I've been waiting for it.
Like, it's because she just about got.
I'm sorry to say, but that whole call and that I can't get on my head, and the last report I made at TBI when she was like, "You've done it now." I didn't even have to do it. Cher did it, you're going to prison, and so herself not included in it, you know what I mean? So that kind of made me go, so they have secrets on each other.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll tell you what, the church favors Dawn over Candace. So
Oh, absolutely.
when Chris McDonough said, are Dawn and Candace members, it was kind of like, well, Dawn is like, we claim Dawn, but not so much Candace. You got that vibe pretty clear.
Yeah.
Though she wasn't trying to make it clear, but it was crystal clear.
Don is the one that's been, he's the one that comes from that denomination, right? And he's the one that's, not laid out in a slouched out in the pew of the church with a hoodie.
Yeah.
Candace is only there for the free food.
Because were they actually, was that a church service that she was actually dressed like that in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. She just sleeps. Yeah, that's probably right.
Oh my God, I wouldn't have teeth left if I would act like that in church. I would not have had teeth left as a kid.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
No, you sit up in church and you listen. Yeah.
I have 4 pastors in my family. My family is super religious.
And right front row like that too.
Yeah. She just went the front row because she wanted to stretch out her legs. That's the only reason she went front row. I mean, really?
Yeah. I had two of my uncles were pastors too, so I know.
Yeah.
Kim, sis, I love you, but I am tired.
I am too. I was gonna get ready to end it because we can't get through all my notes and timestamps tonight. We cannot.
Justin, Mandy, Mods, Don, thank you for getting things sent in quick. Justin, love you. I'm so glad that you popped in, and I got to catch up on your shows. Tammy, another great show. I'm going to hop in the chat. And I love you, and I'll be in the chat and let you finish off your show.
I am so glad that Justin's dropped by and was able to. I know he's busy.
And Mark's here also, by the way, but
I appreciate him dropping by. There's Mandy. And of course, I appreciate Cher and Mark coming. Thank you. I love you. And I'm so glad that everybody came and chat and hung out and listened to us talk about summer, because it's important to keep summer out there. Very important to keep her out there. Mandy, did
I
your
come back and
did your Wi-Fi go out, or did you just have to leave? And come?
yes. No, the Wi-Fi completely rebooted.
Oh, that was nice. Maybe it needed some energy because we've been on here a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, I'll run to the bathroom real quick while it's rebooting and let everything restart. And then I come back and I come up and you're saying your goodbyes. So I'll just say my goodbyes. Thank you for having me, and I'll hop down so you can finish everything out. And I got the timestamp marked where we stopped. So we got 17 minutes and 29 seconds in.
I know. I told you when I told you I had all of my timestamps and my notes, I was like, man, and I'm not even like halfway through, and I've got like 5 pages of what I want to talk about. But it's just so much in there that when you go back and you hear it again a second time, and you're like, I didn't hear that, like the first 10 times I listened to it. So
right.
It's like you get something new out of it every time, and you just want to write it all down. So, and I really wanted to go back over it and put things out there for people that may not have studied Summer's case, the important and the inconsistencies I wanted to get those out there. So, but without your help and Cher's help, I couldn't have got those videos up and done, and I appreciate y'all, and I'm glad that Justin was able to stop by, and of course, Brother Mark. I'm glad he was able to stop by. And maybe Lolly can come next time. Maybe her Wi-Fi will be better. But she was enjoying herself at the lake, so I'm glad she was.
That's
So
right.
that was
Everybody
good.
needs a good enjoyment at the lake here and there. I'm telling you what.
That
Can't
is
wait
true.
for spring so we can go back to the cottage.
Yes, yes. So if y'all want to
Listen
watch,
to the bullfrogs again.
yeah, you listen to the video, the bullfrog. Yeah, they were pretty cool. If you want to see Mandy's video, Mandy, can you drop your link to your video in there, the one that we're looking at now, watching now? If they want to go,
Yep, I'll put it.
they want to watch the whole thing, instead of listening to us talk through it. They can go and watch it, and they can be ready for next time too if they want to. But
Yep.
There
it is. And I wanted to say, so you remember that video that I sent you that I said I want to do a live stream and review the information that was in that short video?
Yeah.
That was Chapstick that made that, and they're in the chat right now.
Oh,
So,
very cool. Very cool.
yeah.
That is a cute name.
I don't know who Chapstick, I don't know who they are, but they are badass for making that, the timeline like that. So I do appreciate that a lot.
Yeah. Very good. Well, it's good to see them in chat. It's kind of cool that you showed me that video and then they appeared in chat.
Right. Well, and it was emailed to me. I had never been to their channel or, anything. They don't really have a channel, like it's a small channel. And so I'm glad that somebody sent it to me so that I could go over and check it out. And of course I'm going to share it with you, good work like that. You got to share it.
Right. Right. Well, that's awesome. Would love lakefront property, even if I'm snowed in. Yeah, it would be pretty if on the lake with it snowing, wouldn't it? It would be.
See, our cottage isn't winterized, so we can only go up when it's warm.
Yeah.
Or like we shut the water off in the wintertime, like it's all shut down for the winter. So if we go up there, we don't have water and we have to take heaters with us. So
yeah, that would be not fun. I know a lot of people that have cabins like that they can't go in the winter. They have to go their summer cabins is what they are.
Well, they're cottages, cabins. So my mom and I, we had to look this up because one of our extended family members used to always call it a cabin. And mom's like, it's not a cabin, it's a cottage. A cabin is for winter stuff. Like when you think cabin, log cabin, like out in the woods, wintertime, fires rolling, but cottage, you think summer cottage by the water, so we actually had to, we had a big conversation in our family. That's funny you said that.
Nice. Well, we really down here is called camps. So usually when people say something, they're like, oh, I'm going to the summer camp. That's what they call them here. They call them camps here. So it's, if you're going to go hunting camp or you're going to go to the swimming camp or you're going to go to the fishing camp, they're called camps here. That's what everybody refers to them as here. Yeah.
See, that's cool. I've never heard of that either.
Yeah. Yeah, my friends have a camp in Arkansas, so they go there off and on during hunting season, and then they'll go in the summer and spend a couple of weeks at the summer camp. Yep. So.
That's super cool. See, here camp means either you're taking a tent and camping or you're going to like a camp ground, like where kids go and you stay in a cottage with a bunch of bunk beds and,
Yeah. It's funny how we have different words for different places, different regions and states that we live in. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
Well, Mandy,
so
thank
share
you. Go ahead.
Share so that she would love to see you and I do some shows, just the two of us.
Oh.
That's in the works.
On the Looking Glass? Yes, we're going to do something.
We can definitely.
Is that what she means on the Looking Glass and on your channel, Mandy? Is that what Cher's referring?
I'm not for sure. But we can do all of it. We can do your channel, my channel, both channels of yours, both things on my channel. We can do it all.
We can channel it up. We can just get busy on everybody's channel.
Thank you, Wolfie. It's just
we'd love to.
it's rough with my grandbaby here. Like tonight it
Yeah.
worked out pretty well because, you know, my husband's in town this week, and so he was able to help out with her in there, and so
Yeah.
we made it work. We made it happen.
We made it happen. Yep.
That's right. All right, I'm going to hop down so you can say your goodbyes, and make sure that you're subscribed to Tammy's channel and ring a ding the bell. Make sure you go subscribe to Cher's channel and Mark's channel and Justin's channel and Tammy's other channel, the Tarot channel. I've been dropping the link, and there's that one. And ring a ding the bell on all of them, because you never know where we're going to pop up next.
That's true. That is true. That is true. Yep.
Well, thank you for having me, Tammy. I'm going to hop down so you can
Thank
say
you
your
for
goodbyes.
your video and helping me. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Anytime, you know it. All right. Till next time, I love you bunches.
Love you bunches. Well, it's awful quiet now, isn't it? Well, I just want to say good night to everyone. I thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you. I am planning another live next week. I'm not sure what day it'll be. It'll probably be Wednesday or Friday, somewhere along in there. I have to see what my week is like ahead next week before I plan whatever day, and whatever day all the everybody can hang out up here again. I try to make it where we all can hang out together, where it's easy for all of us, so where we all can be here. But thank y'all for watching and keeping Summer out there. We want to bring all of them home, all of the missing children home. We do our best to try to keep them out there so they can be brought home. Move the cat out of the way because she walked across my computer. But thank y'all for being here. Chat was awesome tonight. Everybody talked and interacted and was good to each other, and I was happy to see that. So have a good weekend, everyone, and be kind to everyone, everywhere, and especially be kind to yourself. Have a great weekend. I love y'all, and thank you for being here. Bye.